From the basement of Geek Public Radio and the bowels of the internet. That's right, it's Friday night. That means it's the ManCave right here on Geek Public Radio.
Hey, it's the ManCave. Well, sort of. I can't. Okay, there we go.
Well, you changed mics on me. I'm used to turning you up on the other mic.
Well, we're missing one person, so I thought I'd get closer to Brian.
Yeah.
So
I'm pretty sure he appreciates that.
Because you're going, hey, I'm over here. So yeah, we're billless.
Aw.
No, Bill's on the sick side.
Is he?
He doesn't have the flu, thank God.
Oh, God, yeah.
He's just got a stomach issue, I think. We'll just go with that. Hell, maybe him and Heather are having alone time. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, whatever works for them.
Yeah, you know.
Well, if they're having alone time, boobies.
Boobies. All right, so how was your day?
I don't. I broke my tuck again.
It's an everyday occurrence, ain't it? At least once a week.
No, see, actually, for the
everyday
last
thing?
2 days, it's been good.
Well, no, then you knew it was.
It's Friday.
You knew it was too long.
Yeah.
You're bound to. You know, it was good for too long.
I went 2 days, and it's a computer issue. It's not mechanical because they fixed everything that was mechanical on it.
Mm.
You know, they do the new part thing. Well, we can't figure it out, so we'll just start throwing new parts at it until it stops. So they did that the mechanical way, and it stopped for 2 days, and then the computer took back over, and it's doing the same thing again.
Yeah. That's when you get the lighter fluid in a match and let the insurance figure it out.
Well, that's what they told me to. They told me to leave the arm out and accidentally back out of the garage. I was like, no, because then that goes on me.
Right.
But no, it's
Then
it's,
that means you get to go and take all the P tests and all the other stuff.
Oh yeah. Why did you hit that? Well, I was in a hurry.
Well, no, I was that my boss told me to.
Yeah, that wouldn't fly.
No, he didn't.
No.
No, I said no such thing.
What do you mean I'm fired? But no, it's weird, man. For most of you know that I drive a trash truck. I am the trash man. But I drive one of the wicked, what my dad used to call them, the one-arm bandits. Yeah, it's got the arm that sticks out of the side, grabs the toter, and dumps it in the truck. But according to the electronics of my truck, it grabs the can, pulls it up to the truck, dumps it, swings it back down, and then drops it.
It's like,
Well, it keeps a hold of the can, but the whole arm just drops.
Oh.
And then it catches itself, and then it shakes the whole truck, and then it goes back as normal. 1,700 times a day.
well, I guess that's better than picking it up, doing that, and then as soon as it gets here, it lets go. So it's like throwing.
I've done that.
It thinks it's Peyton Manning.
It does. It's like, whew, that was a spiral. That was a car. I'm leaving. No,
Start
see,
trucking trash cans down the road.
in my, we'll say 13 years of experience as a trash man with a 5-year gap of
That truck could be starting quarterback for the Colts.
It could be. It doesn't have issues throwing. But no, it's I've had everything happen to me that's, you would think that would happen in a hydraulically fueled vehicle that...
You found a dead body?
No.
I'm
hope
surprised. Some of your routes.
I never do. Yeah. I am on the, we'll just say, questionable side of Anderson. But no bodies yet. I've had a dog,
That you know of.
cat. No, I can see what goes in the hopper.
Oh.
In collar now. I'm the only truck that has a collar screen.
Yeah,
And
now
camera.
now's the time you're going to get some interesting colors coming through
It's like,
the...
oh, no, I don't want to see that. But no, it's just weird.
Have you ever thought, what the hell they do in this house?
Oh, yeah. I got a house that every week they've got 2 of the big toters, the 96-gallon ones,
Yeah.
full of nothing but beer bottles.
Sounds like a good time.
Empty beer bottles.
Sounds like a good time.
No food.
No food, no
No
nothing.
toilet trash. No clothes or whatever.
They're on a
Well,
liquid diet.
Maybe that's not really a house, but more like a clubhouse.
No, because there's an old woman that lives there. But she's got roommates, we'll just say.
Pork chop in every can.
Well, it's a Mexican, 2 Mexican guys that live with her. They take care of her, and evidently she takes care of them liquidly. It's weird. But
Hey, I don't know if that's cheaper than paying somebody else to come in and like,
Well, I
here,
mean-
I'll just buy you a case of beer every day.
they have jobs because they work as a a roofing company. They work with a roofing company.
I was going to guess that.
Yeah, well, they're Mexicans,
Yeah.
But
I was going to say that because they're alcoholics.
they're nice. They'll come up and talk to you, and they speak perfect English.
You know what's funny is
West Side English.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is when we were filming down here in town, we found the perfect spot right down from your house, dead end road, so we wouldn't block traffic or whatever.
Crackville. Back here.
When we're filming a scene where the girl's not paying attention, she ends up running over somebody. So we're getting all this staged up.
Back where the guy used to have a coffin or a coffee table.
Yes, back here, but yeah,
where it has it's the only
where the bloodhounds are.
Mike Wakefield's grandma used to live down on one part of it.
Well,
it's got a little turnaround.
They're down there at the dead end, yeah.
Yeah.
So we were getting ready, and the guy comes out and goes, "What are you doing?" I said, "We're getting ready to film a scene for a movie that they're shooting locally." I said, "Well, we won't be in your hair." And he walked off and hopped on his little dirt bike and rode around for like 20 minutes while we're waiting on him to stop. Somebody walked over and he goes, "Well, this is my street. Nobody gave you permission to film here." I said, well, and I walked over and said, "Well, we're on a public street. You don't own the street. We're not on your property." I said, "Can you please shut it off? We will be gone. It's a quick scene, quick pickup shot. Then we're gone." And he still did it and whatever. So on the way out, I called in a suspected meth lab on his house.
Oh, I heard some interesting stuff about meth labs.
That's not funny because that's probably one, and now the cops are going to be sent down there.
And walked down. We went down the way over to Bunker Hill, and there's a couple Mexican, Latino, whatever, Hispanic families that live on that corner.
Yeah.
As you come up from Washington over the tracks and you take it around that little strip.
Mm-hmm.
That intersection where it tees
is
where we sat up to film, and everybody came out and watched and thought, like she shushed her dog, which we thought it was amazing.
Shushed her dog. Shush!
Well, no, like the dog come out barking, and she picked it up and she started talking to it in Spanish, and it like answered her. Like it was like the dog didn't speak Spanish, but like the dog understood more Spanish than I did. The dog understood.
Yo quiero Taco Bell?
The dog understood more Spanish than I did.
Yeah.
But they were amazing. They were really nice and thought it was awesome, and wanted to help, and so like they came out and like held stuff, and so we had a great time. And it was like, leave it to the redneck.
What do you mean you're not paying me? Oh,
to the redneck to be like all sorts of trouble, and then the people. Who we impositioned even, way more than what they were like, "Oh yeah, this is cool," and they thought it was amazing. Little itty bitty girl was out with her mom, just like wide eyed watching us throw this dummy on the hood of a car.
There's another new one.
Deer carcass.
That's in Edgewood. Because I know his route. It butts up against mine.
So it just amazes me, like,
Sorry.
how certain people are really, really nice, and then, like, other people are just amazingly.
It's in the recycle.
But the fact about meth houses I heard on the way home from work is on the radio. The number of meth houses are now declining.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, because it's getting expensive. And
well, the busts of meth houses are declining.
Well, the
could be both.
No, the number of meth houses is actually declining, and there's a direct cause for it. Do you know what the cause is?
What?
They're going to
heroin use is going up.
Oh, speaking of that, oh dear Lord!
So you're saying my plan for the next door to get it demolished is probably isn't going to work anymore?
Probably not.
Probably not now.
But I'm coming down 53rd Street towards Madison Avenue, heading west. And there's a black Lincoln town car, the old style, like the big, huge black Lincoln. Mm-hmm. Tinted windows. Smoke is just roaring out of the windows.
Oh, okay. So, like, Cheech is driving.
Oh, yeah. Cops coming down from the high school, coming out towards 53rd Street. The car slams on its brakes, rolls down the window, tosses a baggie the size of... We'll say, the big Ziploc baggies.
Big freezer bags?
Big freezer bags.
So you're like a pound?
Right out the window.
So you're looking like a pound?
Black, grainy substance. We'll just say that.
That's a chunk.
And it was full. And it lands smack dab in the grass right there by the speedway. and it's just sitting there in all its glory. I'm like, yeah, I didn't see that. So I go dump, take off, right? Well, a buddy of mine's coming down who, I'm not going to say uses it, but I'm pretty sure he has a huge respect for it. Sees it, knows what it is at 45 miles an hour as he's driving by. No, recognizes it, calls into the office, says, you might want to call APD down there. There's a bag of heroin sitting on the corner. Cops go in, they show up, pull it up. He pulls it up. Yep, black tar heroin.
Wow.
A full, huge Ziploc freezer
So that's
bag.
got to like be over a pound.
But I'm like,
'Cause
why
you're
did you
looking at
toss
pot.
it? The cat...
If you're looking at like pot, a pound of pot is about that,
Yeah.
the big Ziploc.
This thing had
bag.
to be at least 5 pounds.
Oh, my God.
It was huge. But the funny thing about it is the cop didn't even see the car, man. He just turned and took off.
He's just like,
I was waiting for that car to stop,
Come
go back and get it.
Yeah.
Nope, they left it. That's probably a good grand, at least.
More than that, way more than that. You're looking at like $12,000 for a pound of marijuana. So
I was sitting on that
How
yesterday.
much for marijuana?
like 12,000 for a pound.
No.
No,
No.
You're getting really whipped off.
Whipped off?
Real whipped
You are
off.
whipped
there was
off.
something
getting
that was
whipped off.
Whipped off.
Hey, were you guys still in Ohio today?
Yeah.
I tried to call your boss, and he didn't answer.
When?
About 4 o'clock.
He was driving home.
Oh,
We
he
left
did?
about 3:30.
Fucker didn't answer me.
That could have been. He left his phone in the truck when we stopped at the gas station on the way home.
Oh, yeah, I see. All right.
Yep, that would have been the reason.
But
I was going to say, hell, he should have answered you. I was in the truck all day.
yeah, he didn't answer me. He doesn't love me. That's all right.
Probably pissed off of that Jeep.
Well, that was the reason I was calling him. We got everything back into the engine assembled, and was going to put the bolts, the engine bolts, the fucking head bolts
Yeah.
into it. And the ones that actually have the extended shaft on them, you got to use a deep well socket for.
Yeah.
Well, the one that Jim specifically bought for that truck don't fit. The inside is too narrow.
Oh.
The bolts are too fat for it.
Yep.
It's like a Virgin in a big,
Yeah.
So I had to go get another one. I couldn't remember the size of it. I remembered the 1/2-inch drive,
Yeah.
but I couldn't remember if it was a 1/2-inch or a 9/16. So I was trying to call him because a buddy at work said I could borrow one. And Jim never answered, and he goes, well, I don't have them standard here anyway. I only have a metric. I was like, that figures. So we got to find it's either a 1/2-inch or 9/16 deep well socket, 12-point,
Yeah,
Before we
because it's an oddball looking
Yeah,
bolts. Yep.
before we can finish. Because we got everything put in last Saturday. Got the head back on it, got the bottom back on it, got the oil pan back on it. Everything's torqued down. We're just waiting on the damn head bolts. And I talked to Bill, but I tried to call Bill, but you guys were out there Saturday, and a bunch of other people were out there, and he couldn't answer me right away. By the time he did get a hold of me, I was home.
Yeah, he didn't have his phone with him when I was
Right.
talking to him. I told Heather to answer you.
All right. Doing math.
I said, can of gas and match. Fixes everything.
No,
Doing math.
I need that truck now.
At 100 pounds of heroin is $50 million over the street value. So that's
100 pounds is $50 million. I'm in the wrong job.
So 1 pound is $500,000 worth of
Street value?
street
Heroin?
value. That's what the thing just said when I looked it up. The cops just sees 500
He was talking
or
about
50 million.
marijuana being
right.
$12,000 a pound.
We're not talking about
that's
heroin.
$4,000 a pound. I
It was $1
looked
million.
that up, too.
You telling me
How
there
much?
was $1 million?
4,000?
Man, I ain't been around that shit forever.
Wait a minute. Are you telling me I left $1 million laying on the street corner?
$500,000.
$500,000.
Yeah.
I think anything you look up, I've always thought that the government
it-
extremely over exaggerates to make it sound better.
Well, it was like $50 a hit or whatever the thing said on there. So, I mean, doing the math that way, it kind
Yeah.
of fits
Well,
for the...
Yeah, I guess
For a
it
pound.
would.
Isn't it hit like a spoon?
I have no clue.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
I know what it looks like.
I know he was walking
Nugget.
down along the ditch, and Mikey's like, "Hey, Humpy." I was like, "What?" And he said, "Look at this." And he shows me in the front of it. Looks like a cat's face.
Yeah.
And then he turns it sideways, and it ended up being
A glass penis?
Yep, exactly.
A one-hitter.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
So it got thrown right back down the ditch.
Don't touch it!
But that
Now
place,
wash your
them
hands.
some happy people over in Ohio. No wonder they passed medical marijuana. Because me and Jim was sitting there talking,
They don't give a crap that you're out there working.
No, and they drive by, and they're running probably, the speed limit's like 45, so that's probably about what they're doing. And they was either...
Curious?
No, I mean, it smelled like...
Oh.
Jim looked at me, and I looked at him like, when the hell did you... Who lit the joint? Because it smelled like it was right next to it. I was like, oh my God.
Some
like,
strong stuff.
Damn, some happy people.
It's like, what are you doing in the truck?
Yeah.
Please pull over. Well, have you noticed there's new commercials on the radio now for DUIs? Yeah, it's like, hey man, let's have some drinks. And he's like, okay, blah blah blah, and then everything else.
Well, there's that.
No, I'm gonna get in trouble here in a minute. I forgot to feed the babies.
Uh-oh.
The dogs.
Uh-oh.
But anyway, so it's like...
I'm glad you, clarified that.
Yeah, exactly.
There's, just kids running around going, I'm hungry.
No.
That didn't feed us.
I only had one. Libby had the other one. But, they're like... Then you hear the commercials, like, the guy's going...
Oh.
Here, man, you gotta take a hit of this. And he's like, no, I can't. I gotta go pick up so-and-so later. And it says, even a DUI doesn't mean alcohol.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, wow, now they're starting to push the marijuana things because they know it's coming.
Well, it's over, 38, 39 states now have medical.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I guess the whole country of Canada is going okay with recreational.
Right.
Yeah, they can anyway. And then they have National Pot Smokers Day.
Yeah, here's one I don't get.
420?
I
think it's 420.
The entire,
April 20th.
It seems like not the entire federal government, but a majority of them are against legalizing it. One of the places that has recreational marijuana
is D.C.
Is D.C.
Oh, yeah. Well, maybe it's because they see the idiots driving up and down the road. Hey, man!
If you look at it, D.C. still doesn't have the right to vote in national elections.
Yes, they do.
When did that happen? Because they're not technically their own.
Washington D.C. It does get to vote.
They get to vote locally.
No, they get to vote.
I thought they got to vote nationally because I thought last
they get a
election,
Senate. They get a Senate spot, so they have to be able to.
Because that was one of those things that because that'd be a local election. I'm talking about for president.
Well, Washington D.C. also voted a crackhead mayor. So Marion Barry.
Oh Jesus.
You remember that? Hell, he got caught. They kicked him out, and then they voted him back
right
in
back
the next
in.
time.
Yep.
Yeah, D.C. residents have no representation in the United States Senate. The 23rd Amendment to the United States Constitution, adopted in 1961, entitles the district to the same number of electoral votes as the least populous state in the election.
Yeah, so they get a say.
So they get a say then if it gets.
But they don't get anybody in the Senate.
No, but they get a vote. They do get.
They
a
get
say.
to vote for president, but they don't get a Senate vote.
No, because they have no senator.
Right. Okay. There. See. So we were half right.
Yeah, it says it's different from the voting rights of all the other 50 states.
Yeah, it's considered its own.
So if Puerto Rico gets in, we're gonna have 51.
Yeah.
The OCD people are gonna go nuts.
Well, then you have California trying to split into two.
North and South.
Jesus.
Well, no, coast and then the rest.
Well, they want
the part we hope falls off.
Yeah,
the part we hope
basically,
stays.
yeah. And what it is
basically is the Republican side, and then the small Democrat side that has more people.
Mm-hmm.
That always ends up losing because it's they have all these problems, all these issues. We don't want them.
Yeah.
That's basically it because it's like, how did he win presidency? Well, he carried California, New York, and Texas.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's all you need.
Mm-hmm.
And Ohio.
Florida.
Florida.
Got to get Florida.
You got to win 4 out of 50 states. I don't get that.
Right, and just because stupid runs to the edge.
God. Well, they can't. They're going to jump off, and they can't.
Well, they got to stay where it's warm or they'll freeze to death.
Hey, did you see what was going to happen?
I don't know. Look at New York.
Did you see what was going to happen tomorrow?
Which, again, all of the states red. The city is blue.
The city is what makes the whole state.
Well, the city is 1.5 million people?
Mm-hmm.
And just the city alone? But did you guys hear what's going to happen tomorrow?
What?
That idiot's going to get to launch his rocket to see if the world's flat.
Oh, he finally raised enough money?
No, he had the money, but he didn't acquire the right permits, so they shut him down.
Listen, when we first
it's
talked
not you're
about
dangerous, you're going to kill yourself.
You
didn't give the right permit.
They wanted more money.
Yeah.
When the Saturday show first talked about that guy, we ended up scheduling a whole thing because it was just too ridiculous that we were like, okay, we're going to give it its own show. He just wanted to do it and then ran out of money. So he ran a GoFundMe thing and tied himself to the Flat Earther to say, this is to prove yada 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 that the Earth is flat, and we're going to finally do it once and for all. And he was getting them to pay for him to try to go into space.
Well, he got it, but he didn't acquire the right permits, so they shut him down.
Is he actually going to be in the rocket?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
wow.
It's not a I sit in your rocket and you launch me. It's he's laying down, and he has no return planned. They don't know how he's going to land. They don't know how he's going to come down. They don't know.
Well,
I figured
he should take a few Flat Earthers with him. If that's the case.
Flat Earth. Why is it scaring me that there, Rivers is sign, don't care if students conclude the Earth is flat? Oh, that's not it. Can self-taught rocket scientist Mike Hughes prove the Earth is flat? There he is, Mike Hughes. Okay, here it is. Flat Earth Rocketeer says he will actually launch himself into sky at 500 mile per hour this time.
Yeah.
Mad Mike Hughes, the 61-year-old limo driver and stuntman who planned on launching a $20,000 stream-fueled rocket with research flat Earth painted on the side, 1,800 feet into the air at 500 miles an hour.
You know what's funny about that? There's a really...
Is he supposed to be wearing a chute, or...?
Now, wait a minute. It says the gosh darn government had intervened to tell him that he couldn't conduct any such launch on public lands. He's not been deterred, and a number of posts on his Facebook page claim he has a Facebook page. Chambers, could you look that up, please? It'd be Mad Mike Hughes.
How do you spell shit stain?
That would be Hughes.
Yes, here it is. Loading the Liberty 1 rocket for
what
the
the hell
trip
could
to
go wrong in
Amboy.
your life to where launching yourself 1,800 feet in the air tied to a rocket would sound like a good idea?
You're a limo
That's
driver.
the rocket.
Is it the red one?
No, it's a green
You're
one.
a trash truck driver.
It's
You ain't got no
it's a green one.
crazy-ass ideas like that.
Oh, wait a minute. Then what is this one?
That's the other one.
He has two?
You got to have a backup.
Says, update on launch. No spectators. Any drone flying near the private property will be shot down. Our own drones will be recording anyone filming and their license plates, and the CHP will run them off along with my own security.
Oh, okay. So I see the green one now. Okay.
So what's he going to do, pay-per-view on the thing or what?
Oh, wait a minute. It says, Hughes has launched homemade rockets with himself as the human cargo before, but he's only recently become a flat Earth convert at the same time as he needed to raise further funds.
Yeah, so that's what we were saying. Like, he's like, who's retarded and has disposable income?
He has to rise up to over 35,000 feet at 10,700 meters. It will not be capable of attaining anywhere near that height, which is good because the videos of his parachutes are far from reassuring.
Yeah, that's just insane.
I don't believe in science. I know about aerodynamics and fluid dynamics and how things move through the air, but at the certain size of the rocket nozzles and thrust.
I don't believe in science.
But that's not science. That's that's his quote.
That's exactly what science is.
Everything you just talked about.
Is science.
Yeah. Okay, wait a minute. It says, here's the full quote. It says, I don't believe in science. I know about aerodynamics and fluid dynamics and how things move through the air, about the certain size of rocket nozzles and thrust, but that's not science. That's just a formula. There's no difference between science and science fiction. Wow.
I cannot face palm hard enough. I think I did because I crossed my eye. I ended up crossing my eyes. But, yeah.
Yeah, there it is. No spectators and any drone flying near, blah, blah, blah. I'm the only man in history to design, then build, and launch myself in my own rocket. That's because
There's a reason for that.
But guess what? It's the magazine that he was talking to?
Yeah.
Popular Mechanics and Live Science.
Yeah, I can see that.
What I think is hilarious is like, we're going to go out and we're going to prove the Earth is flat, yada, yada, yada. By the way, no spectators. nobody's allowed to witness it. Nobody's allowed to be around. So part of my thing is like, yeah, so they're just going to let this off.
Yeah.
The reason he doesn't have a return thing in mind is because he's not going to be on it. He doesn't want any witnesses showing up and saying, he didn't. Look, here's pictures.
Why does that look like a crash test dummy strapped to a rocket?
This guy sent a post to the Facebook page for Popular Mechanics and said, it's Gizmodo, I'm sorry. Would Gizmodo please ask Hughes why launching a rocket to an altitude of 1,800 feet yields better data than simply driving a car to the summit of a hill and, say, 2,200 feet of an altitude?
Or going to Denver.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess the question is what is he trying to, how's he going to prove it?
He's going to get up there and it's just going to be stretched out for whatever. I was like, here, for $800, I can do the same thing, and I'm not going to put myself in danger.
Well, here's another thing. If he
gets up high enough, does it show an actual edge where it drops off? Is that what he's
That's what I was thinking. Is it just going to be flat and then whoop?
That's what he's, there's icebergs or icebergs or whatever holding the water in. That's what the flat earthers say is like it goes out. There's icebergs that ring around the thing and hold all the water in.
I bet you he's going to use the same studio that they used for the moon landing.
Oh dear God!
Literally.
Oh no!
Literally, I could do the same thing he wants to do with $800. It's called get helium weather balloons
and a chair
and a GoPro.
And launch it.
And a little bit of weight on the bottom, and you let it go up in the thing, and as it gets high enough before the balloons pop, you'll see the curvature of the Earth on the GoPro. When it lands...
No, get a weather balloon. Let it go up into the air.
Didn't they have a guy not too long ago do the whole chair with the balloons?
Yeah, and he took a BB gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that didn't work so well.
There was another guy that did that
with the weather balloons.
He had like so many, but he had so many balloons that he eventually just cut the whole thing and parachuted down to the. That was his return thing.
Wow. Well, I know the one Brian's talking about. It was a plastic chair.
Yeah, plastic, just lawn chair.
And he was figuring that he was raising altitude too quickly, so he started shooting the balloons out, and that didn't end too well because when you don't have enough to hold you up, you start quickly coming down. Well, he came down a little too quick. And went.
Yeah, but yeah, for like I said, $800. $400 in the thing, and $400 worth of helium.
Here's my question:
and you can see the curvature of the Earth for yourself.
You've got enough money to build 2 rockets. Okay. Why couldn't you just take that money and go rent satellite time?
Well, no, because
fake.
Yeah, because it's fake. There are no satellites up there. It's all fake.
Oh, Jesus.
Studio for the moon landing.
It's all done with line-of-sight Tesla technology.
I'll bet you he voted for Obama, too, didn't he?
He probably did this time, even though he wasn't running.
I'm going to vote for Obama again. He can't run. I don't care. I'm voting for it anyway.
I'm going to write him in. If there's enough of them, they have to get
I'm
it.
a never
He
Trumper.
got
I'm not going to
3.
do it. We have Trump with 51%, we have Hillary with 49%, and we have Obama with 3%. No, just 3.
Just 3.
It was a write-in vote.
Cookie Monster
Duck
got more
got
write-in
4.
votes.
Yeah, Cookie Monster.
Cthulhu comes in with a 5%.
And wins. How do you know? Because I'm not going to argue with a god.
I actually flipping through channels the other night, the news channels, and realized it's just a total waste of time.
That's all fake news.
Yeah.
Well, it's not real fake news. It's just one-sided.
Well, it's not. It's that. It's like they get anonymous sources, or whatever, and everything that they get from the anonymous source is not real.
Well, it's like
it's almost like somebody's just punking them now. It's
where's Ashton? Come on.
Yeah, well, it's...
Trump not real. He's been a robot for 12 years.
Oh, no, I heard one that was Melania Trump. However you pronounce her name.
Melania.
Melania.
Thank you.
Something. There's a Leah at the end of it.
Yeah, it's Melania. He's right. Score 1 for Brian.
Is really a sex robot.
A fembot?
Yeah. Like, that's literally, like, she's just a robot, and...
Well, somebody does really damn good work then.
Right?
Yeah.
Not like the ones I saw when Heather left Dr. Oz on, where like the one eye was all cocked sideways.
Well, that's so I can see down the nose, you know. So, there it is. But no, the newest one I heard today was Melody was wearing a white dress at the speech,
State of the Union.
State of the Union address to quietly protest. No, quietly protest her husband, because last year the Democrats wore white in protest of Trump. So yeah, she was secretly wearing, protesting against her husband.
Yeah.
God. Instead of talking about, this was just after how they do their rebuttals and all this stuff, and everybody talks about what was said and blah blah blah. Well, this was CNN. Yeah. Said that, well, what did you think? Well, I think the fact that Melody was wearing he quickly took that and veered to the left.
No pun intended.
Yeah, it was bad, because it was like, well, what did you think of the speech? Well, I think that Melody was wearing a white dress. She was secretly protesting Trump because, the Democrat, blah, blah. I was just like, oh, God, I'm going to bed. My head hurts.
I was watching, listening to the stuff, and it's like everything in there. It was like, how could you not be happy?
Yeah, he was talking about unity and coming together and
everybody was
tackling
just
the
literally
problems.
sitting there looking grumpy.
Yeah, this he
like we had record unemployment or record low unemployment,
record black unemployment.
I'm pretty
record
sure
women unemployment.
we can start a news network and just find the dumbest people possible, and we'll probably have higher ratings than the rest of them, because I think that's what their whole idea is.
Yeah,
probably.
We're just going to go out and find the
But
dumbest people to ask questions to.
The cameraman on like CNN and Fox News and all that, when he was talking about record unemployment, they would pan to the Democrats.
Yeah,
sitting on their hands.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Record
Looking
black
grumpy.
unemployment. The black Democrats sitting on their hands.
Yeah, all-time low.
The Nancy Pelosi.
That's just because those are numbers. Numbers don't mean nothing.
It's all fake.
Well, it's like she said, like you're just getting crumbs back. The whole tax reform.
I get an
it's only
extra
crumbs.
$68 a week.
Right?
How can
Plus,
you're still out of touch with reality that you think a
She's a-
$1,000 bonus and an extra $60 a week.
even if she's
crumbs.
like, it's only going to turn out to be like $4,000 by the end of the year.
Bitch,
There's
you
a
know
lot
what
of.
I can do with
I'm like,
$4,000?
I'm like, for some people, that's like.
You just
that
sent, you
was
just sent a
some-
family on a week vacation.
That's
Right.
That's 2 extra months' pay for
Yeah.
some of us.
Right. It's like looking at it, it's like, you know what? That right there is somebody's house payment for an entire year.
Yeah. Yep.
Not
Like-
ours.
like
It
I
misses,
said,
it
they're
misses us
also-
by like
That's
$2,000.
that's a lot of property tax payments for me.
They're just so
Well, they're so far out of touch with reality.
exactly. Yeah.
When you're making 6 figures a year.
Well, yeah.
Well, actually, I think she makes like 7 figures.
Yeah, to work
Well,
28 days or whatever the hell they actually work.
It makes like
Yeah,
$1.7 million.
She's like, like
No, they still only make 100 something.
The higher up you go, the more
she's
whatever.
She's just worth a shitload more because they use that 28 days. The 28 days they're working. The rest of the time is they're out making deals.
Yeah,
and speeches and whatnot.
That's what it is. Yeah, because she makes it's like the average pay for a senator is like $227,000.
No, it's like 100.
No, average pay for a senator.
They're all the same. There's no average. It's you get paid one rate.
I think it's like 200 something because the president gets like 237 a year.
I thought it was like 150 roughly. Maybe that's Congress.
Congress, pro tem of the Senate, 193,400. Majority leader, minority leader, which was Pelosi.
Yeah.
193,000.
Okay,
Yeah,
so she makes 193,000 a year. Her gross income last year was $1.7 million.
Yeah, because of the investments she makes. Because
she's talking out one thing and then profiting off of everything that she's talking against.
They're all like that.
God, I need to be a senator. I just want the 193,000. Did you guys see the
one term and I'll go home?
Did you see the one Democratic senator during the speech? He went to stand up to applaud, and Nancy Pelosi grabbed him and pulled him back down.
I would have stopped, looked at her, and went.
Because he did. He went to applaud and was quickly put down.
See, that's the problem.
What's sad is like they had the same leadership forever. When they have the majority, Pelosi is the majority.
Yep.
Whip.
No, the leader or whatever.
Yeah,
the
and when they're
speaker.
minority, she becomes whatever
the
is in that
minority
tournament.
Leader, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, Chuck Schumer's the minority leader.
Is she? Because they got
She
her
was
out.
the Speaker of the House.
They got her out in the last. They
Yeah.
got the last round of things.
She's still holding a thing, though. I don't know. Who cares?
But like
It's the Russians' fault.
yeah,
Collusion. I love that word. Collusion.
What's funny is there's more collusion. If you look at the stuff that came out, there's more collusion with those investigating Trump than there are with
What's coming out now?
without Well, no, like they had that one guy that was like, "Well, we took meetings and whatnot with whatever." And, well, that's collusion. Well, that's funny. He came from that guy's office to go to that guy's office to go to that
that's
guy's
not
office.
collusion. Then wait a minute.
The guy, basically the ambassador, made the rounds to everybody's office and sat down and talked to them, and then went about that was his job.
I'm gonna say, ain't that an ambassador's job to
Right.
come over here and talk to?
No, it's collusion.
Well, it is as long as it's a Republican. Then that's collusion.
Yeah. Well, the Republican guy that talked to the FBI and lied and all that, and
There's no ambassadors; they're all spies.
he got.
That's what I learned on Red.
Yeah.
That's right. He got in trouble, but the Democrats that did the same thing got nothing.
Oh yeah.
That's something wrong with that picture.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah,
It's enough to make you go.
So, who wants to kill Puxatawny Phil?
Don't drive angry.
Don't drive angry. They said a thing today that he had only predicted a short winter 38 times out of 100 and some years.
Yeah, if he sees a shadow, all it has to be is a little bit of sunlight, and he's gonna see it.
Yeah.
Well, what's funny is nowadays it lies because you got all the TV cameras and whatnot. Of course, he's going to see the shadow. They have all those big lights and whatever. It's rigged.
Put more lights up. We need a better picture.
It's rigged.
It's rigged. Collusion! It's collusion with Puxatawny Phil. Well, I thought they killed Puxatawny Phil because didn't he bite the mayor last year?
No, that was another guy. Or that was they have another
A stand-in?
groundhog. No, it was another town.
No, yeah.
That has
Indiana's got its own. I can't remember. They was talking about that today too.
Yeah, it's like this other town, whatever, that bit the mayor and he dropped it.
Well, I remember the one that bit the mayor. They killed it.
Well, if it has, you have to check it for rabies.
Well,
the
no,
only
I'm
way
just
to
saying
do that is to
Cut his head off. Yeah, I know. But they killed it, and then they got another one. You think of a groundhog, you're like, well, there's my life. I see the camera. And then he's dead, and the other guy's like, well, never amount to
hell,
anything.
they're
What do you
all
mean
mean.
I'm the new guy?
It was Bill de Blasio.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Bill de Blasio.
De Blasio skips Groundhog Day event several years after he dropped a groundhog.
God.
And it was Staten Island Chuck.
Staten Island Chuck.
Indiana does have one, though. I don't remember what's the name of it, though.
Yeah, I was talking about. But I don't know. Ain't it supposed to warm up again tomorrow or something silly?
44.
20 today, 44 tomorrow. Hell.
It's supposed to get down to 9 tonight.
Oh, yeah. I know it's cold today. Wasn't in that cab, but it was cold today.
Did you know in Germany the tradition is to wake a badger
Badgers are mean.
and see if it crawls back into his burrow?
Here's one thing you never do to a badger.
What's
that
it mean if it comes out and attacks you?
Well, no, you-
early summer.
Yeah, early summer.
Well,
And a lot of shots.
if you listen to Ernest, you never go up to a badger and go ah!
Oh, and by the way, Indiana's name is Chucky,
That's right. We have Chucky.
and he did see his shadow. It's a conspiracy.
Now it'd be a conspiracy if they had the one that didn't.
Well, no, they hushed that up. It's the it's the fake media.
Fake me.
They're hiding it.
Put him back underground.
When do the Olympics start?
Friday.
Next Friday?
Yep, a week from today.
Okay.
Because I think the opening ceremony is like Thursday or Friday night, and then the first thing is like Sunday.
I don't know. I can't stay up that late.
No, the opening ceremony, since it's in Korea, they'll be like 6 o'clock. What's the time difference in Korea?
Well, I know.
Germany's 6 hours difference from us.
So Korea's got to be, what, 12? No,
And
probably 6. It's probably 8, 6.
I think Germany is 6 hours.
14 hours ahead.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
So, like right now, it's 7:49 here.
It's tomorrow there.
It's 9:49 a.m.
Okay, so yeah, they'll put them on prime time then. It'll be 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
We'll be on the show during the Olympics.
No, it'll be a day behind here.
Yeah, they'll already have all that stuff by the time we get it.
They're 14 hours ahead of us.
Somebody go to Seoul, Korea, and then report back on what the Powerball numbers are, would you?
I mean, they got to use the Wayback Machine.
That's fine. We can afford it then.
What's funny is I actually could probably talk to a guy who's going to be back in Seoul. He leaves Monday. That's his job, to go back and forth. He's a lawyer for a company.
So he'll be down there during the Olympics?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Now, he wants to move there. He loves Seoul.
Well, hell yeah, you get to see Nancy, what's her name? Nancy Chung? Connie Chung.
Connie Chung.
Connie
A
Chung?
million times.
All over the place?
Yeah, I get to see Connie Chung a million times a
Ain't
day.
that Maury's wife?
Yeah.
Baby daddy.
Baby daddy.
And she's back for the third time with another 8 guys. Jesus, lady.
I'm 110% you're the daddy. This is your 8th time on here. You don't think you drop it to 70%?
I have
60?
I want to break something to you guys. And I found this out working with
You're Nicole Richie's real father, aren't you?
with all these actors and whatnot. Half of that stuff is 90% of that stuff is all actors.
That's fine by me. Hell, I don't watch it.
Even like the People's Court and Judge Judy.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun,
Those guys are actors that came in and they're told to do that.
They're not even real court cases?
No.
Oh,
I don't know how many times I got like an actor friend of mine saying, "Hey, look, my episode of Judge Judy's on."
gee.
I had an actor friend who said, "Hey, did you see my episode or my part in the Married at First Sight?"
Really?
She was one of the brides that walked in and got married,
Yeah.
and did their thing and whatever.
I wondered because those people just look. Some of them people just look too damn good.
What is it they say at the end of that? All these people had signed off and their real court cases settled by a real court judge.
Yeah.
Because Wapner was a real judge, right?
Mm-hmm. Man. Sorry, you brought up Connie Chung or whatever. My brain jumped to, remember Channel 1?
They still have Channel 1.
Yeah, do you remember like Lisa Ling and...
Yeah.
You know, they were all like our age when we were in high school. Like, you had it was like high school kids broadcasting news or whatever then.
Right.
Anderson Cooper was apparently one of the guys from Channel 1.
Jesus. No way.
So Anderson Cooper, Lisa Ling, Brian Toshi, who ended up being on Star Trek The New Generation.
Huh.
Or The Next Generation. Stephen Fabian. Yeah, there's like a long list of stuff, and like Anderson Cooper's at the top. I was like, I don't remember Anderson Cooper being on Channel 1.
He might have been on there for a month before he went somewhere else.
Here's a picture of him.
When the teachers made you watch Channel 1, what most of us do, turn around and start talking to our buddy next to us, or somebody,
Nope, there's a picture of a young Anderson Cooper on, doing Channel 1.
Okay.
Yeah, hell, his mama's rich, so it doesn't matter. Wow.
Jesus. He still looks like a dick.
Clips.
He still looks like he's dying of AIDS.
I think it's just
I think he was just looking for it then.
Look, I found it! Oh.
Aww.
I guess Oprah's not running for president next time.
Did she say it?
Yeah, said it's not in her DNA or something like that.
Why, for everybody to hate her? Because, the minute she runs, 50% will love you, 50% will hate you.
Well, it depends on the demographics. It might be 49% hate you.
Yeah. You got that one crazy guy out there in Idaho. You don't know which way he's going.
I love you, Oprah! As long as I get to see your feet.
What was the movie that had Robin Hood.
Robin Hood.
Yeah, he played Robin Hood.
Kevin Costner?
Kevin Costner in it, where he was the last person.
Oh, he was the guy.
Vote.
Yeah, he was the one that didn't vote.
Yeah, and he was the deciding factor in the presidential race.
I don't remember. I know the movie, but I don't remember the name of it.
Yeah.
It was the guy's name, right? It was the name of the movie. Was the dude's name, I think.
I literally had
It
a
was
really
actually a
bad
pretty good
thought.
movie if you ever watched it.
Yeah.
I had a really bad thought jump into my head, and I'm going to tell you this after the break because it's that time. But we'll be back after these messages right here on
What's the name of the movie?
the Geek Public
Radio.
Radio. You're listening to the Man Cave right here on Geek Public Radio with your hosts, Pat Brooks and Bill Maddox. You can find out more by checking out the Facebook page, facebook.com/GPR The Man Cave. And now, our hosts, Pat and Bill.
See, again, Pat and Bill, turn the speaker off. You gotta put Brian on there. Pat
I know, I
and
haven't
Bill
been able to
and
update it.
Brian.
I've been, actually, the last 3 days, I've been doing technical support for a whole nother station.
He's been spanking it. You're not helping Revel Radio, are you?
Yeah.
You bastard.
I have to because I'm the only one that knows how to...
Blasphemy!
Because he never bothered to learn how to do
Dustin.
anything.
Huh?
Dustin's paying for his own station.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Hold
doing
on.
the DJ booth on his own.
But anyway, I'm not going to broadcast that.
That was dead air.
Yeah. For a second. It was just a
Dead air.
quick second.
That's a cool trick. I like that.
Anytime I want to say something that's not on the record. And there we go.
We're back on
Now
that.
it's back.
I
And
like
now
that.
we're gone. And now it's back. Where'd he go?
But no, I've been, answering questions and doing all that stuff for him, and I haven't been able to do anything. And we got a new vehicle, and my wife was nice enough. She looked at me and said, "Happy birthday." No, she won't do that. She bought
No, that's
me
what you're doing to Dustin.
No, she bought me a truck, so
Somebody's
she doesn't
getting
have to do
so
that.
she'd have
somewhere.
to.
No, he's getting screwed. It's just not the way he wants it.
Oh, a little to the left.
Wait a minute. Okay, time out for a second. Your wife bought you
A truck,
so she doesn't have to
Yeah.
truck you?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's apparently what. Because I was like, "So, where's my birthday surprise?" And she said, "It's right out in the driveway." Aww.
It's a hell of a surprise, though.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it is a nice surprise.
Yep.
But Libby yelled at me, why isn't she driving it? I said, well, because she said it was my birthday present. And she still looked at me
with
like,
that, though. I mean, it's up to her. It's her money.
Yep.
yeah. So I was like, honestly, she tried to drive it and was like,
I'm doing
oh my God, because it's like,
Scares her.
well, she used to drive a Bronco,
She's not low to the ground.
but all she's had was like the Pontiac and that Taurus and other cars like that.
Used
So
to small cars again.
yeah, so being up real high is not really because I literally said, do you want to drive this? She said, I will if I have to.
Like if it's 4 feet of snow and she has to go to work.
Or, like the car's in the shop and she needs to get to work, that type of stuff. But she goes, no, I got this for you. You wanted it. It has enough back end, whatever, you can haul your production equipment and do all that other stuff. And, you can get back to work. And I mean, it's nice that, when I go back to work and do production stuff, I can make $700 to $1,000 a month and only go to work 3 times.
Porn will do that, though.
Yeah.
No, if it was porn, I'd make a lot more.
No, you wouldn't. Let's be honest.
No, on the crew side, I still would make a lot more.
Yeah, but you don't want to be in a porn in Indiana. You want to go out to Napa Valley and be in a porn.
Well, what's funny is a lot of the girls, I found out because one of the guys who had worked on one of my previous films, I'm not going to name names.
Is a fluffer in a porn?
No, he was a cinematographer for porn for a really long time, and apparently there's like 5 or 6 of the main porn actresses that go by their real names and live in like Indianapolis or Carmel, Fishers area.
Why is it I can't meet them and get their damn autograph?
He's like, you'd be surprised who lives here and just flies under the radar.
Well, Jeanette Lee lives in Indianapolis.
Which one's that?
The Black Widow, she's the pool shark.
Oh, okay, yeah.
She lives in Indianapolis.
I like how you go from porn to the...
That's the only
Black
famous
Widow.
person I know that lives in Indianapolis.
Oh, there's more than that.
That's the only one I know.
Well, I worked on a couple of things with the guy who's now on Bob and Tom.
Josh?
Yeah. In fact, he got a role that I auditioned for in one of the.
That movie he was in?
He was in several, but he was in like Shoki's Bag for Karmic Productions or whatever.
Shoki's Bag?
Yeah, it's based on a book that the author, the producer,
That sounds like porn.
No, it's set in like some sci-fi fantasy.
That sounds like
Fairies are
porn.
real.
Shoki's Bag.
Wouldn't want I wouldn't want to see it.
No, but I auditioned for some crazy, guy that was trying to kill everybody.
How did he get on Bob and Tom?
He was a comedian, and they liked him.
They just fit in.
Yeah. He's not, according to Chick, he's not the one he voted for.
But
Tom wanted him. Tom got him.
But what's funny is like I said, I've worked on several things. I've met him several times, and it's just interesting to see that transition because he wasn't interested in radio when I talked to him. He's like, eh.
If I come up to you and said, I'm going to give you 6 figures a year
to be on a radio show, a nationally syndicated or worldwide syndicated radio show,
would you love radio?
I already do.
I
would still drop it a hat.
But I'm just saying, if you hated radio and if I walked up to you and said, I'm going to give you 6 figures to be on the radio,
you guys would be doing this show on your own. We'd still have it, but you guys would be doing this show on your own and
from the new garage. Heather'd be like, "You're making 6 figures a year. Quitting Woodmark."
Yeah. Not even that. Not even 6 figures. If like 98.5 said, "Yeah, come on, we have a spot for you. We can pay you yada yada yada." Hey guys, here's the key. Here's everything ready to go. Here's the manual on how to run everything for your show.
I did find out that Max DJs only make 29,000 a year.
And you know what? That's 29,000 more than I make.
I'm just saying. You would think DJs make a little more than that.
No, what the most of the stuff, and then it's when you get into the syndication is where you get
the big money, like 94.7, 103.3. When you're owned by.
Speaking of the Revel days that we were talking about that.
Who's the big company that owns 94.7?
Max. Do you remember the Revel spots that we did with like the whole I got a fever and the fever for Revel Radio? I heard that exact same station ID jingle, but with Max info in it.
Well, it's because it was the guy from Max that did it, wasn't it?
No, it was me and Dustin that sat down and did that one. And then, like, here recently, I just heard it, and I was like, wait a minute, somebody must have been a fan of the old Rebel Radio stuff, because I'm starting to hear our jingles and station IDs.
Well, I'm sure big radio stations here, somebody picks this up occasionally, and listen to this stupid show.
And they do, because I'm over here going, hey, how much for an hour of airtime? And it's like...
$30 billion.
No, actually, it's like only $350 worth of advertising that we have to come up with to get this show on the radio.
$350
per hour that we would do it.
You need to go stand on a street corner with your new truck. Those seats lay down.
But no, like,
put him in his truck, man. It's too cold outside.
Well, no, seriously, if we had enough advertising,
you got to come up with gas money because it's cold outside.
I'll give him gas money to go sit in a corner. It's $10 to see it, $20 to touch it, and it's $100 to see me stroke it.
It's $100 to put it away.
Yeah, no, it's $200 for me not to touch it, like not to even
It's $200 for me to leave you alone.
Somebody gave me $500 and told me to go home.
Bonus.
About an hour and a half.
I don't have to do nothing. Free money.
We need to get him that store. We need to kick that bum off the 332 ramp.
Oh,
it says will work for money for radio show.
Yeah. Hey, it might get some because at least you're honest.
Right?
We'll work for food.
And you'll get a hell of a tan.
But no, like I was saying, though, is like, if we had the sponsors, this would be on a Wolf Boom station right now.
Wolf Boom Radio.
The only thing is a lot of these shows would have to make, the producer would make their money.
Well, like I said,
riding
stand on a street corner.
Riding that dump button anytime we get ready to...
Well, no, because if we were naturally syndicated, we'd have to go...
I can clean up my
poopy.
Could you imagine this and the Saturday show both being also broadcast on the radio?
No. because there's way too much fuck this and fuck that and motherfuck this and motherfuck that and squirrel.
We have way too many lost people.
What the hell is he talking about? I don't know. We're talking about squirrels over here. What's
Got
he talking
squirrels
about?
over here.
G.I. Joe.
This one's talking about remote control cars. The other guy's talking about squirrels. The other one, I think he's just got a stump stuck up his ass.
Hey, I resemble that remark.
I resemble that remark. That guy's an asshole. Hey, I resemble that remark. Never mind.
Which one of us you talking to?
How many
Yes.
assholes I got on this radio show anyway? Yo!
All of them.
I'm surrounded by assholes.
Hey, I want to try something, see if our producer's paying attention. Jetty. Jetty.
What?
Jetty.
No.
Jetty.
No.
Jetty!
You can't hear it. We can't hear you.
He's not going to do it.
What, Chetty?
Yeah. There we go!
What do you do, get the flu again?
I think you brought back the herpy sonogifilades or whatever the hell it's called.
Herpetogonosyphilis?
Yeah, from
I don't.
Tennessee.
I talked to him yesterday. I showed it. I stopped by and said, "Hey, what do you think of the truck?" And he took it for a test drive, and he said, "Yeah, that was a good buy. Go ahead and buy it." And I said, "I already did."
Man, I'll tell you what.
Goodbye.
We Jim and I were working
$20 worth of gas in one day of me driving around everywhere, going, "Look at my truck."
Yeah, it happens. But Jim and I, we broke a bolt on the engine.
Yeah.
And we had to go get it.
Mm-hmm.
So we went to
Armstrong and Anderson?
whatever True Value in Anderson.
Anderson, yep.
And we walk in there, and the damn Girl Scouts have a table set up inside.
Yeah. Well, that's not as smart as like California Girl Scouts where they set up outside of dispensaries.
No, that's incredibly smart.
I never did find out. Did she set a record for a day?
Yeah,
she sure as hell did. But I'm not sure if Heather does this or not. Bill's Heather, or Shelby. But Hannah, Bill's sister, says if anybody wants Girl Scout cookies to hit her up.
Yeah, because she's already made her rounds through the bowling alley.
I'm glad I didn't see that because, man, I'm trying to lose weight. I don't need Girl Scout
Your
cookies.
wife did.
Oh, Jesus God.
I think she spent like a bunch of money on, I think she got like 4 or 5 boxes.
Don't say a bunch of money because that's the money I give her.
The ones I like, you can go out to the Family Dollar, though, and get them for like $1.50 a box or something
really?
like that.
No, see, that's the
Because
bad
it's
thing.
like $4 a box to get them from the Girl Scouts or whatever. Like mine was $5.
I don't mind buying a couple boxes from the Girl Scouts a year
Right.
because it's a good cause.
Right. Well, I bought Thin Mints for my wife, and I bought the gluten free for me.
What is it? The big stink on Girl Scout cookies was that they were only getting like 20% of every box sold.
I can't remember.
It's worked so far.
Well, you can't review the damn things.
Oh no, I watched several guys go, no, thank you.
That's bullshit. Because
As the
they
little
know
girl's looking at there going,
no, they know that his wife has already bought some. That's why he said
See,
no.
this is the time of the year that you carry no cash in your pocket.
I don't.
right.
That's
Well, then what's funny is you have the entrepreneurial Girl Scouts who
The
carry
damn
the
swipes.
square.
Yeah, the squares.
really
Yeah, they're like,
Bastards.
I don't got any cash. We take card.
Or they take the
that's cheating.
what's the one now you can send it on your phone?
The Apple Pay or Samsung
Yeah,
They're too
Pay.
young
like
to
that.
act like women. What the hell's wrong with them?
No, the moms have it.
Really?
Yeah, they're like, oh no, we take card, and it's like, okay, well I'll get 4 boxes.
They need to stay out of that little girl's business.
There's a website now where you can answer a survey and you get a free Square card or Square reader.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, no, you always get a free score. All you have to do is sign up, and they'll send you one. Where you get to pay for it is like when
When
you
you
like
start using it.
It's
What-
a certain percentage.
it's like 2.7% of everything of all your
So
sales.
you raise your sales up 2.7%.
Right.
So $4.50 box of cookies is $4.
A $4 box of cookies is like $4.50.
Yeah.
Have you tried a new pizza place in town? Because this reminds me because they only take cash
Nick's?
only. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, with under new management, that's where I got
That is good.
my gluten-free pizza.
We can't spend any money right now.
They have gluten-free pizza, and that's what when we had the part
Dog.
when we had the game night.
Oh, that's right.
everybody
You
got
did
pizza,
get it. Yeah,
I
yeah.
got the gluten-free, and I couldn't. They didn't open until 4. He's like, "What is that?"
You don't want to talk?
He's like, "No, I'm going to give you kisses."
Man, this thing just went nuts.
Too long.
How about that?
No, it's not working.
Are you deaf? Brian's deaf.
Are you all right? Can you not hear us?
No, I just nothing now.
Try the other ear. Sometimes it switches ears.
It didn't this time.
Huh.
He's deaf. Well, we can fix that here. Now Chambers can be happy because he's going to turn this on now. I got my old headset on.
Should be all on.
Say something.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear me. I'm just teasing. I can hear everybody.
So.
Yay, I've been healed.
What's funny is when I moved the thing.
God.
What's funny when I moved this, both ears kicked on for me. I was like, dink, oh wow, I can hear on both ears. No, but the wonders of doing radio on a budget.
Yeah.
Like, oh look, this mic amp has 4 things, and you plug it in. It's like, oh look, it's only like $15.
Yeah.
Well, there's a reason.
There's a reason it's $15.
Stafford
But
finds
you know
the
what?
weirdest shit on Facebook.
I can individually control the volume on everybody's headset, so if you hear it in one ear or 2 ears, it doesn't matter because now you can set your own volume.
Yeah.
Well, if it works.
Yeah.
I mean, what?
I would love to have like the full blown console with.
How much that cost?
The cheapest one is $800.
Good Lord.
That's the cheapest, and that's where you can, like you have like DJ controls where you have like the turntables and it controls the whatever. This would actually control the software from the thing, so I could hit the next button. I can do whatever, cue everything from the thing, and I wouldn't have to touch the computer.
Oh wow.
It's like Airtime Pro.
He still wouldn't. Anytime we said Chetty, you wouldn't hit the button anyway.
Actually, that would be built-in sound card. All I'd have to do, it would sit here rather than going.
Uh-huh. Okay. It's not the same, though, when you go, Chetty.
Or here.
Pardon my French, but you're an asshole.
That should be mine.
No, we got yours.
Yeah, I know.
Hot Pockets.
Nice.
That's Stafford.
No, that's Jim.
Was that Jim?
That was all Jim.
No, what was Stafford? What did Stafford want?
Stafford wanted you to have this one.
Yes, it's true.
That's true.
This man has no dick.
Yeah.
That's what Stafford wanted you to have.
I have proof that it works.
Once.
Well, it only takes once.
That's what I tell Heather. I said, it only takes once.
I'm an overachiever.
Yours just flow out of you and you look at your wife wrong. She became pregnant.
She was allergic to me for about
9 months.
6 years there.
She was allergic for about 9 months at a time.
She's like, no. I know what happens when you touch me.
Shit, they were like ships passing through the night, man. He'd bump her and whoop.
She'd walk around in a hazmat suit.
I mean,
I don't want any more.
you look at Katie, and he's like, all right, they were good there for a while. And then Sherry, and then Brady. That's it. Boom, boom.
Year and 10 days.
Passing through the night in ships.
Both born in June.
Don't you touch me!
She's like, hazmat suit. Don't touch me. Don't come into skin-to-skin contact.
So what was that? You happy during Halloween, were you?
It is her favorite time of year.
Evidently, it's both of your favorite time of year.
Well, I guess she was trying to make it my favorite time of year, I guess.
And it slowly became your favorite time of the year. So anyway.
Like, I have 14 kids and they're all born in the same month.
Well, you look at my brother, and it's October, and I'm in October. Exactly 2 years and 364 days apart.
What's funny is like me and my sister are 5 years and 3 days.
There you go.
Literally, like I was born on the 4th. She was born on the 7th, 5 years apart.
So I was born on the 3rd, and my brother was born on the 4th.
Wow.
Me and my brother's 16 months.
That must suck.
March to July.
That must suck compared, like the whole.
Well, I'll tell you what's funny. In my family altogether, it was. I was the 3rd of October. My brothers were the 4th of October. My grandfathers was the 5th of October. My cousins was the 6th, or my second cousin was the 16th. My other cousin was the 26th. And in high school, I was dating a girl that had her birthday was October 2nd. My mom goes, nope.
Well, with the little one at the house, we've got 3 in March. All within 1 week. It was 7-day time.
Jesus.
Well, you know, my ex-wife was the 3rd. I'm the 4th. My buddy's with the 5th. The 6th was Ross's mom. My sister's was the 7th. 8th was so it was like boom, 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 boom.
I'm just, my family. The end of October, we hated ice cream and cake.
I bet. I bet. Now we just got. Well, if you throw my dad in there, that's 4 of them within 2 weeks' time.
Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
It's sad. Like me and my ex-wife were 364 days apart.
I am 6 months younger than my wife.
Ah, she's robbing the cradle.
Yo, 6 months. But the funny thing about it is the 6 months is actually a year's difference. She graduated in 92 and I graduated in 93.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird. We have the same friends.
Mm-hmm.
That's not so weird.
Not really. I mean, normally when you're married, you share friends every once in a while.
Yeah, well,
Unless you're a complete
my wife's
prick.
only friends are my friends.
Let me tell you something. When you get divorced, you find out exactly how many friends you have when you all have the same friends.
Yeah, I can see that.
The sad part is I don't know if this is a sign, but my wife's only friends are my friends.
Let me tell you something. God forbid something ever happens between you and Heather, you'll quickly find out who are your real friends.
But no, seriously, like like the only people
it'll happen.
The only people she talks to, or whatever, is people that she met through me. She has no friends of her own.
That's sad.
So
Angie's got all kinds of friends that I like them. Don't get
I didn't
me
know
wrong,
Angie until Brian introduced her. It's some strange woman wearing a hat that I stole.
Yeah.
But no, like seriously, like I'm starting to think like, wait a minute, like I don't like she's never talked about like, oh, I'm going, I'm talking to my friend, yada yada yada. It's like, who's this? Oh, I'm talking to Libby, or I'm talking to them. I'm talking to this. I was like, do you have anybody? And she's like, work. I said, oh no, those guys are just trying to have sex with you. And then she doesn't believe me. And then they're like, so do you have Snapchat?
Maybe.
I was like, see, they're trying to get nudes.
Just because they want her to know she has Snapchat does not mean they want to have nudes. If they ask her
these
to
are
post
guys,
things on Instagram, that's a problem.
These guys are talking like, well, what are you doing at home? I'm sitting at home getting drunk and playing with myself.
Now, isn't one of those...
I'm like, I know that line. Why don't you come over and Snapchat?
Okay.
Do what?
One of them, the picture's up for just so long and then it just...
Snapchat.
It disappears.
Yeah, but once it's on the net, it's always on the net.
You have to actually like physically try to take a picture with your phone or whatever, and it now the new Snapchat stuff will alert you to like they took a picture of it, whatever, and you can actually like do something about it. Whereas when it first came out, if you took a picture, like nobody knew, like you'd send them a picture and you think it was done.
Yeah. They somehow save it to their phone.
Say a screenshot or whatever,
Yep.
and now it's all over the internet.
Oh, yeah.
But no, I'm like, it's all guys, and they're like, what are you doing? And he's, well, I'm playing. She's like, I'm playing WoW and getting ready for bed. Well, what are you doing? Well, I'm getting drunk and looking at porn or whatever. And I was like, yeah. I pulled that thing. Like, why don't you come over so I don't have to be alone?
Yeah.
Do you have Snapchat? I want to, let's trade pictures.
Wow.
And then, like, they show their color, and she's like, you were right.
Yeah.
Like I told you.
Yeah, see, Angie, the new office, where she's working at now, there's one guy in the office, and he's gay, so.
So I don't mind her talking to her coworkers. It's just when it gets into that gray realms, and she's like, oh, no, everything's perfectly fine. I'm like, no, it's not. I've been there, I've done that. I was single for a really long time. I've played all of those angles.
Yeah. No, we went to that competition for Brittany last week. We was walking down the hall and seen 2 people from where she worked out prior.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So she sat and talked to them for a while. It was a guy and a woman. They're dating a daughter. Her woman's daughter was there, but went there and watched Brittany play an instrument taller than she was. Basically a bass clarinet.
Oh, okay.
So that was the look of like, what?
Well,
there's a lot of things taller than Brittany, Pat.
Well, yeah, but it's not any that she plays that I know of.
She's like 5'2", I think. She's 5'2" or 5'3".
You stinky fucker. He's got a shit, dude, and he's in here trying not to.
Oh no, he's just gassy in general, but he does need out.
what that is, but that sounds good.
Yeah. That's a strawberry shortcake daiquiri, basically.
That sounds really good.
Because, I was talking to your wife at that one party that she showed up to her first party at my house.
Mm-hmm.
We had that mix.
Yeah, the strawberry
shortcake mix.
Yeah, I remember that.
Can't find it.
Can't get it no more?
No.
I'm not surprised.
She was looking for it, and I was been looking for it, and that's the closest I've been able to find of it.
Did you see the video on Facebook of that girl with a Jaeger?
No.
She puts the camera down by the bottle. You hear her crack the top. She proceeds to chug the bottle of Jaeger.
Jesus.
And then shotguns the Red Bull.
Dear God.
Then they ended the video. I wanted to see the next 2 minutes.
Yeah, her heaving or whatever. Something's coming off naked? She's puking.
Yeah, I wanted to see how she reacted to it, but no, they had to end the video early.
Did you see the video of the guy that he sent a picture of himself holding a grenade?
No.
Sent it to his buddy. And then he sent another picture of him pulling the pin. Sent it to his buddy. And then nothing.
Wow.
And his buddy's like, "You okay?" No response. Drove to his house. Yeah, there was nothing left of the guy.
Really?
He actually found a live grenade.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hell, just here recently in Indianapolis, they found Indianapolis? It was Philadelphia. They found a grenade launcher with a live grenade in it at somebody had dropped off to donate.
Donate or
Goodwill?
turn in?
Goodwill.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was left out back in a bunch of boxes.
Mm-hmm.
And they were going through and they're like, "Hey, look, it's a whoa."
Well, I didn't think we took this stuff.
So they called the police department and they disposed of it.
I'm going to drive down to, where the hell was we? Greenwood, just to see what a Goodwill outlet is.
A Goodwill outlet.
That's what the store is. It says Goodwill outlet. Or Goodwill. Yeah, basically, it made no sense.
Goodwill outlet.
I guess it's the junk that's too bad to put in a normal Goodwill store.
Could be. You don't want any of this shit. We'll sell it here.
Yeah, we'll open up this big store down here. Somebody will buy it.
Goodwill outlet.
Someone's trash, another man's treasure.
Good humor strawberry shortcake. Why didn't I hold on? A Goodwill outlet, Topher?
Huh?
A Goodwill outlet?
What do you mean?
That's Brian's. Found a store that said Goodwill outlet.
Yeah, one a normal Goodwill store.
Oh, there it is. Goodwill outlet, Greenwood.
Yeah.
Dear God, it's huge.
No, it's huge.
927 North Emerson Avenue.
Yeah.
Closes at 9 p.m., opens at 9 a.m.
Yeah, we can't make it tonight.
Do you have any trumpets in your store? Answer. They have various items. You would have to look.
Speaking of which, we need a new receiver. That one finally broke after 7 years of service.
A receiver? Outwell
Get one out of
Shopping.
free agency.
Okay, evidently we're going to have to go down there because they might sell trumpets. You never know. You got any hookers?
Stuff sold by the pound there.
Jesus.
If you just look down a little bit farther, it explains that Goodwill's 4 outlet stores, clothing, housewares, glassware, media, and toys are sold by the pound.
That's in the Goodwill outlet store in Greenwood.
What is that?
It's like the damn clown water game.
Oh. From this distance?
Yeah.
From this distance, it looked like a Nintendo controller.
But dude, everything's in
Like
bins.
table.
They don't have tables and stuff like that. It's in bins, and they have washers and dryers and car toys and what the hell? They actually have a fair set up outside.
Well, they didn't when I drove by. Of course, I drove by when it's colder than hell.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go here. And I don't even like shopping.
Hell, we can make a trip. There's a Manning Brothers right down the road from it.
God damn you!
That's all he has to say.
I'm in now.
How about this? I'll drive.
Or there's a Cheddar's.
That's even better.
There's a Cheddar's right next to Manning Brothers.
I'll
Oh,
drive.
that's wrong, man.
Yeah, they're side by side.
Which one do I go? Which one do I go? I can't go.
You like the dog.
Right now, I have that scene from Hudson Hawk stuck in my head. Side by side.
No woman here.
No, Mama, yeah.
I'll have to show Libby that one. She'll understand that completely.
But yeah, I just never seen it. I was like, what the hell is it so bad they'd have to put it in an outlet store?
Well, it's like the Goodwill and Anderson. They don't hold anything like, like washers and dryers and shit like that.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
one does.
Well, yeah, I can see. That's also basically where they got the furniture for Archie Bunker's house.
Yeah.
Because when the Smithsonian went to recreate it, it went from a $5 chair to like a $1,200 chair.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, they got it out, and then that was like the last one known on Earth. But,
I'm trying to find. There was a thing where you can like, because I got that off an online Goodwill sale.
what's that?
The receiver,
Yeah.
like 7 years ago, and it finally went out. Like, no audio, nothing. Like it's dead. It turns on, but I have no
output.
output whatsoever.
No output.
I don't even hear the click of it turning on anymore.
Yeah.
Probably got a burnt wire.
I rewired the whole thing. I'm short of either replacing it because I bought it for $20 at Goodwill anyway.
Yeah.
7 years ago. So $20, I
It's got your money out
a
of it.
lot of money out of it. I was contemplating talking to a buddy of mine, Josh, who we bowl with, because he's an electronics engineer guy.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, can you get this to work? Or just go out and spend another $20 at a Goodwill and see if I can pick up another receiver.
Pretty sure you're going to hear us go spend another $20.
I bet you it's just a wire that's come loose.
Probably. And you
That's the biggest
resolder.
speakers. Yeah, it just needs resoldered. My cousin Mike used to work at a audio store, and that's all he did
With solder stuff?
was resolder stuff. They'd bring them in. This doesn't work. You guys want it? I'll give you $10 for it. It's a $200 speaker.
Yeah. He'd take it apart.
Take it apart, put it back together, solder it, and he'd sell it for $200 or $150.
Yeah.
Well, some of those things you get like the big cases in, like speaker, whatever. Like, oh man, it's roached. Yeah, well, okay, I'll give you a little bit of money for it. Okay, and you take it out and you just buy a cheap replacement woofer or whatever.
Yeah.
And try it in. You still have the name brand case, whatever, just has a cheap replacement speaker in it, and you sell it for.
I remember.
That's what Pyramid or Pioneer used to do. That's how they come up with Pyramids.
Oh,
All their lower end speakers were really putting out what Pioneer wanted, so they made their own line of another speaker.
yeah. Well, I remember VCRs when they was first coming out. People think they'd go bad. Nobody know you take off the case. There's a fuse in there.
That and you clean the heads.
Yeah.
Old
But no,
computers used
when
to
it-
be
when it
that way,
just quit
too.
Working.
Oh, the fuse is blown.
Yeah, fuse is blown. You just pop
Computer,
another fuse
yeah.
in it.
There's a lot of electronics like you would do like computers. If you look on the back, there's a little fuse panel.
Yeah.
On the power supply.
Oh yeah.
You take that out, you pop it out, replace the fuse, and like, oh yeah, that'll be $150 for the repair.
What'd you have to do? Well, I had to,
I had to take it apart. I had to go through it and do this, that, and the other. And they're like, oh really? Okay, well here's the money.
had to solder a couple things. And
All I had to do was go.
It's done.
my Nintendo's not working. Did you blow in it? Can you imagine doing tech support for the old Nintendo games?
Blow really hard and shake your head back and forth.
I really want that T-shirt with the Nintendo cartridge that says "Blow Me."
Blow me. But you think about all
That's
the older,
lost on all these new generations.
all the older.
You could drop it. You could kick it across the room. You could do whatever you wanted to the console.
Dust
and
it.
it never would mess up.
Right. Now you sneeze wrong.
Yeah, and you get a red ring.
Yeah.
the red ring of death. Which there's companies now that are fixing those and reselling them.
Oh yeah.
Which somebody's chatting.
No, it was just saying. Our sound effects board was saying, "You
Suck.
battery low."
But no, it's like, what was I talking about? The older style, like, the old gateways. We had a buddy that used to do tech support for Gateway. Those stupid questions that people used to call in with.
My
drink holder's
my
not
drink
working.
holder's not working. It's not kicking out.
What drink holder? You push the button, the thing jumps, sticks out?
How do I get this picture off my screen?
Yeah.
That was a popular one.
What kills me right now is, you see this computer right here, this little old HP looking thing.
Yeah.
For cheaper than I could build to rehab the one I have downstairs, I got this one refurbished with brand new motherboard, brand new RAM, processor, the whole 9 yards, all brand new, and it was like $150. I can't even buy a motherboard and processor
Not anymore, no.
for that to fit with that. And like I said, I like the slimline, the smaller things like this, and it's an up to date, perfectly up to date thing, and I got it on Staples for like $150.
Well, have you seen the new thing now? The really tech guys are taking the extremely old computers, like the first run computers, completely emptying them out and putting brand new products in them.
Oh yeah.
I want to see somebody empty out one of the old iMacs, like
Oh yeah, the big old like egg screen. Yeah. No, this guy took a what's the old typewriter that used to have the you'd put it down and you'd fold up the screen. It was a digital. No,
one of like the word processor.
word processor. It was
Yeah.
one of the first original word processors.
Yeah.
Took everything out of it,
Made a laptop.
made it a laptop.
Nice.
And it was running it like faster than the stuff here. Because the guy was walking in the Starbucks, so like, what the hell is that? This is my computer. And he pulled it out, and he's like, whoa. They're like, holy shit.
Well, now some computers are basically just a
I work
screen
for
and
Dell.
a monitor now, ain't it?
Well, now, yeah, it's just it's a screen. You
Yeah.
can type on the screen.
Well, I mean, but that's all it consists of. There's no other box or anything with it. It's all self-contained, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
all
much.
in ones.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it's just, if I'm thinking right, it's just, there's no box like that with it anymore.
Yeah, it's all on the computer. It's all on the monitor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's all in the monitor. Like, if you're looking at one of your monitors, all the brains and everything is in the monitor.
It's,
Well, that's what I was just showing. I pulled the top off of that and made it a tablet.
Yeah.
And
But,
it's perfect. All it is a perfectly good little computer, and you just
well,
the
now,
only-
like the
the
desktops.
keyboard is only there just so you can have an external keyboard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
but
all
the-
they're buying
the
is the
desk-
monitor and the keyboard and the mouse.
big,
That's it.
big desktops that way now, too.
Yeah, the all-in-ones where everything's just,
Yep,
you know,
on the monitor.
they're taking the cue from the iMacs, which were for the longest time have been just the monitor, and everything plugs into the back.
You know,
I would love to have one of those. I don't know what I'd do with it.
I find it funny that all
Store
the
it somewhere in a corner on a shelf.
all the years.
No, it would sit over here, and we are broadcast editing whatever because those
At the
things
same
are
time.
all. But I have more brains in this computer that I built 5 years ago than the new iMacs, and it cost me half the price.
Well, it flipped me for a loop when the first water-cooled computer came out. You're like, huh?
Yeah,
Why do
I
you
want
water
one.
cool it?
You're not putting water near my computer.
I so for like I think you can get a decent little water cooling kit for like $60-$70 now.
Yeah, I want the new Alienware computers, but you got to have.
Well, those
Who
are
owns
actually
them now?
Dell. I
Dell
think.
owns them?
Dell owns them. Everybody was like, Dell's going out of business. No. Dell buying out Alienware will keep them in business for a long time. But I always like getting on the Dell's website and building a computer. Because the one, it's like $8,000 for a computer.
I used to do that with Gateway before they went.
Oh, yeah. Gone. But because the state was it's all Hewlett-Packard.
Is it?
They won't buy Dell anymore because they're like, Dell's going out of business. No, they're not.
Well, you're talking about a company that, or the state still has computers that run off of DOS, and now they're freaking out because like, how are we going to do any of this stuff?
Well, if they actually had a computer guy that would know, a hole from his head and his ass,
But I don't want to deal with the state.
self-taught everything, has
I'm
no
a
certificates.
self-taught guy.
He has no certificates, no training.
I have no training,
Then you'd be perfect for it.
but I would not do DOS. I'd be able to update the whole damn thing to a modern architecture.
I don't see how they're running off DOS because they've got pounds and pounds of servers and everything like that. And
All of as of when Stafford left, everything they did was off of DOS.
well, that's the prisons though.
Still, you'd think they would need something more up to date than DOS and an old Microsoft Access database.
Hey, look! If you get when you run the program, run load, 8, 1.
Yeah.
What? No, that's Commodore. No, trust me, it still works.
It works.
It works.
It's still
I still have my old Commodore 64
Do you?
and all the discs and everything.
I don't know.
It won't hook up to TV because you have to. The old style was the old Atari converter
Yeah.
that
Won't
tied to the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to find the new way to do that. But
I don't know if I've still got that or not. It'd be over at Mom and Dad's if I did.
the old Commodore you and Jimmy had?
Yeah.
No, because I bought all your discs off of Jimmy.
Did you?
Yeah.
I don't know. I couldn't remember. We had a bunch of them. 2 or 3 different kids in the neighborhood had it. You had bought the disc, and then you had that puncher thing where you punch the side of the disc, the floppy disk,
Oh yeah.
so you could copy or something.
Yeah,
like
so
that.
you could copy it.
Yep.
I remember that. Lodestar come on, and then wait a half an hour for the game to load.
Yep.
What was the one? I had the one where you had to literally program everything or onto you plug it in. It was a little keyboard thing, and you literally program everything off of whatever, and you could play games or whatever. You had to actually physically code everything, and you could save the codes onto like an 8-track looking thing that slid in the side of it.
Oh Jesus.
Oh,
Yeah, the cassettes.
yeah.
It was a Commodore, I think.
You could buy a cassette thing for a Commodore. I know that.
But it looked like an old typewriter, but it plugged into the TV, and everything. If you had the thing, you could save like Hangman or like you had like a book full of these code like programming things, so you can program Pong.
Yeah.
Or
God, Pong.
Hangman or all these games, and that's how I learned how to code. Really, was this sit in front of the tube TV, the console TV,
The
and
tube TV.
the console TV. That's this big, but the TV's only this.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, look at this! I can play Pong.
Yeah.
1982, and I'm going Pong.
And then Atari,
But
and then the
isn't that
Sega, and then the
What was
I
the
don't know, I had
Intellivision?
And television.
Coleco.
ColecoVision? Yeah, it was right at the same time as Intellivision.
Yep.
But we got to pay bills, don't we?
Yep.
Okay.
We'll be right back after these messages right here.
Geek Public Radio at the ManCave.
You're listening to the Man Cave right here on Geek Public Radio with your hosts, Pat Brooks and Bill Maddox. You can find out more by checking out the Facebook page, facebook.com/GPR The Man Cave. And now, our hosts, Pat and Bill.
That's disturbing if you think about it. So we were sitting here talking during the break while we were paying the bills about the change in technology about, used to go the 8 1/4 discs, and then they went to the 5 1/4 discs, and then they went to the 3.5 disc, and then it's
No disc.
no disc, but the
CDs.
and
We
then it
got
was,
CDs.
what was it? You said the 3.5s will hold how many megabytes?
1.44 meg.
Right. So that back then it was like you'll never fill one of these up, but here here's 5 or 6 of them, and then it's like then it comes out with a gig.
Yeah.
Everybody's like 1 gig. You'll never use. You know how much stuff is in a gig?
Well, that's when computers had like 10 gigs of memory
Right.
total.
Yeah.
Or like 10 gigs of hard drive.
And then it's like somebody the next day is like I think we can put 100 gigs into this thing, and what are we gonna call that? Terabyte. Yeah, we'll do that. And now it's like
nobody will ever fill that. I have a
no
full
way.
one.
And then it's like now we'll put 100 terabytes in here, and we'll get whatever the next thing is.
Ain't got a clue. Have they got something bigger than a terabyte now?
Yeah,
Yeah, well,
it goes all the way up to like a petabyte or something like that.
But it's like they just the next day. Why don't you wait the next day to see if you put something out?
Yeah. How about you wait and see if this works first, asshole?
Because computers are outdated the minute you buy it.
Pretty much, yeah. They're always working on something.
It could come off the damn line as brand new, and then you buy it and it's already outdated.
Well, that's like when Intel was bringing out chips. It seemed like every 3 months, the newest chip. It's got this many buses. Blah 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 blah. That's great and all, but the motherboards haven't caught up with the chips yet.
Right. I mean, have you? I was watching one of your old favorite movies, Hackers.
Yeah.
And they were talking about the 56.6K modem.
Yeah. Yeah.
And,
Well, because it's got a front side bus, so
it's got the
Front side
PCI bus.
Yep.
She's like, it's double the RAM of the Pentium. Oh my God! If you can imagine what they were doing back there with that old style computers and give them one of the new ones.
Yeah.
Jesus. Not to mention, Angelina Jolie as a young girl was hot.
Yeah.
Still.
Look at the lips on that
Look
thing.
at that thing. She could suck that. Never mind.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like,
The
that
soundtrack
was.
for that movie was halfway.
It's still, okay. It's still pretty good. I was watching it on Movieplex.
Would you?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it for a while, but
All right, so here's you got a kilobyte,
Yep.
which is
Yeah.
megabyte, gigabyte,
he's a
terabyte.
villain, ain't he?
Yeah, I think so.
Terabyte, petabyte.
Whoa.
That's
Whoa.
That's 1,000 terabytes.
Nobody buys that, though.
And
What do you got? I got a pair of... never mind.
No, I don't have one of those.
Then you have an exabyte,
Is 100...
which is 1,000 petabytes.
I can't even say petabyte. That's wrong, man. What are you in jail for? Petabyte. Oh, you sick fucker.
Is that when the kid fights back?
Yeah, I guess so. Oh, and that's the Man Cave, folks. We're out of here.
That's 100,000 terabytes.
100,000 terabytes.
Is an exabyte.
What the hell would you put on that? Porn? Probably. It's got to be porn.
Yeah, that's how they probably.
No, that's what the NSA uses to log all of our data.
The NSA.
But I'll bet you that's how they're filled up first.
Porn?
Yeah.
Yeah. How much porn will it
Let's
take?
test this thing. Let's just start downloading and see what happens.
You can watch like every movie produced for years.
Jimmy, what? We're out of porn. What do you mean we're out of porn? It's the internet. It's gone.
Like,
We downloaded it all.
it said, I get this black screen that said
Found
the end.
Everything.
Did you get to the German shit? The German shit passed hours ago.
It's like all it is a black screen that says the end.
Yeah.
I have reached the end of the internet. That is not possible. Look! Have you heard the new thing now that they're wanting to pass the law on?
Which one?
Porn.
No,
They want to charge people for porn now because of the net neutrality thing.
Oh.
It's a $20 per day, $20 per use.
Found it.
What is that?
This is congratulations, you've officially reached the end of the internet.
But they want to charge. The government wants to put a. You're damn right. That even took me by surprise, and that doesn't happen very often. But okay, let's say you get home from work, nobody's at the house, and you want to look at some porn. So you pull up your computer, you log on. Nope, $20.
$20.
And then you have access to the website until you turn it back off.
Well, they got websites that charge right now anyway, don't they?
Right, but if you go to these quote-unquote free porn sites that download the spam, whatever the hell they want on it.
Not if you have the blockers.
Oh, all right, Chambers. But
Hey, smarter people than me came up with
I
that.
don't even know the free websites, but I'm just, what, you go to one of them. What are they? They were talking about Tom. Pornhub?
Well, yeah, your Pornhub is like pushing to get a NASCAR.
But I'm just saying now they're wanting to charge
Can you imagine,
a $20
like,
fee.
They want to
The
sponsor
black,
NASCAR?
yeah, the black and gold car with Pornhub across the hood.
What was the...
Well, everybody knows it.
now, I remember Ashley Madison
That was a
before... I don't even know if it's still around because they
dating
got
site?
Yeah, it was a dating site for married people.
married people. But
Jesus
it
God.
got hacked or something weird what happened with it.
Like all of the like you can go through and look up email addresses
Oh, I remember that. Yeah,
and see
'cause
if like the person
senators and the shit
Yeah.
were on. Yeah.
But
Like my thing is like why wouldn't you have a throwaway that nobody knows to sign up
Before
for something like that?
all that
You gotta be
happened-
smart.
they had enough money where they actually had the highest bid on a stadium somewhere.
Wow.
Hey, the Detroit Pistons are playing at the
Actually made him...
Madison Arena.
Yeah. But even though they had the highest bid, they did get turned down after, they looked and was like, no, I don't really think we want that name on the side of our stadium. But yeah, they had enough money to bid, and they had the highest bid. But it went to the...
I wouldn't care if you're going to give me $200 million to put your name on the side of my stadium. There's the stadium.
And Deer Creek has once changed again.
Yeah, it's something.
Something mortgage, hell, I can't even remember.
Yeah, it's Deer Creek.
Well, they said they started announcing concerts for this summer. They said that name. I was like, where in that? Never mind.
Yeah, it's Deer
Deer
Creek.
Creek again.
Because it's like, then you got used to calling it Deer Creek, and then it was, what was it? It was Deer Creek something, and then Clips.
Yeah,
or Verizon.
Yeah, it was Verizon.
It was Deer Creek, Verizon,
And then Clips. And now
it's just something Homestead Mortgage, blah blah blah. I thought it was funny because you'd sit in Verizon Wireless Stadium and you get no service. I got a Verizon phone and I get no service.
AT&T did okay.
Yeah,
But yeah,
but something mortgage. Yeah, I don't remember what it's called now.
I wonder.
I give it a couple years and it'll be something else.
Oh yeah, they only sign No, I think they sign usually
5 years.
5-year deal or something.
Yeah. Well, it's like NASCAR. This is the last year for Sprint. It's not going to be the Sprint Cup Series anymore after this year.
What is it now?
They don't have a.
No one signed?
Because no, it's not. It's not Sprint. It's
The Ruoff
Credit One
Home
or something.
Mortgage.
Yeah, Ruoff. It's a credit something. It's some credit card company bought it.
They're based out of Fort Wayne.
Okay, they must be doing good. They're supposed to buy an amphitheater.
Well, they just sponsored it, but this says they have a Fort Wayne-based company with 35 offices in 4 states.
Jesus. But yeah, it's credit something credit.
What's that?
The NASCAR.
Oh, it's not going to be... Monster does one of them, don't they?
Well, Monster still does the Sprint thing. It's the what do they call it? It used to be the Busch series,
Yeah,
the lower level.
yeah.
I think Monster does those, but now it's some kind of Credit One or something. Yeah, it's Credit One.
Is it? Now, it was Winston for years till they figured out that...
Tobaccos kill people.
Yeah.
Then it was Nextel.
Yep.
Then it was Sprint. But now I think it's that Credit One. I should know because I got one of their credit cards. I just never use it. I think it's because it's maxed.
Possibility.
Are you looking at porn?
No, I typed in NASCAR official sponsors.
Right.
Is
Is it the Sprint Girls?
a blank screen?
Oh.
Like, it's not loading.
I think it is Credit One because there's Capital One and then there's Credit One, so I think it's Credit.
Credit One is the cheap knockoff that costs you extra.
Yeah, but I think they're sponsoring NASCAR now.
And the official sponsors of NASCAR are Monster, Xfinity.
Maybe it is the Monster Series now.
Yeah, it's the Monster Energy World or NASCAR Cup Series.
There you go.
Camping World,
Yeah, that's the Truck Series.
K&N,
Filters.
and Whelen, WHELEN.
It's a wheel, I think.
Wheeling.
No, I mean, that they make... It's car parts.
It's Well and Auto Parts. Rusty's. Can we
Whelen
just do
Modified Tour and NASCAR Whelen All American Series.
They've sponsored the lower series, I think, for a long
that? It's
time.
Rusty's. We'll just go with that.
And then you got the others like 3M and Allegiant and AMR.
No, it's Credit One is they're sponsoring racetracks.
Wellen Engineering.
Yeah, they're doing the races.
Yeah, Credit One Bank.
Thank you.
Those are the ones that have like the horrible interest rate, and you can horrible because you see Credit One, you're thinking Capital One or whatever. So they get people going, oh yeah.
Well, no, they give
Wellen makes a bunch of different shit.
they give it to credit cards to people that can't get a Capital One card or a Credit One.
With like 25% interest and
Yeah.
Hell, they're all 25% interest now.
I finally got my credit level up to where I can get a real credit card, and I don't want to buy one. I don't want to get one.
Mine's Capital One.
Yeah, I've got a Capital One. It's maxed. It went to help Libby's car.
we have one Capital One card. We have one credit card.
Well, I got it,
I got
and
that
then
in the K's.
I took it to Gen Con, which was a bad idea.
We're paying off Gen Con.
I'm still paying off Gen Con from 2 years ago. And then we put some car parts and stuff on it.
Yeah, mine's...
The Jeep parts were paid in cash.
The first thing that went on mine was the insurance for the motorcycle. But now every once in a while we slap something on it.
Yeti is the official partner of NASCAR.
That son of a bitch lives in a trailer.
Does he
And
give
he's
him
sponsoring
knives
them.
or what the hell?
Go Yeti. Oh, Yeti, the cooler company. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Well, that's bad. I do love their mugs.
Hey,
though.
Mack Truck, the official haulers of.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes back to my joke. What does a Mack Truck and a test tube baby have in common?
Mhm.
Neither of them are Peterbilt.
No Greg Hahn symbol on there.
No, it died.
Oh, used it too much, I guess.
Wow. Jetty killed it.
Jetty. Yay!
See?
Now watch it go off 3 times in a row.
Screen's black. Can't do nothing.
Never mind. Jetty killed it.
Screen's black. Moose out front should have told you.
He's missed twice now. Jetty killed it.
That whole thing's dead.
Oh, the whole screen's black.
That's what we're talking about. The whole thing
The
ran
whole
out of
screen
power.
is black.
So I have no more cart.
No more cart.
No more K&N filters, Mobile 1.
Hey, look at that, Chambers. Look,
Good
Red Roof Inn,
Lord.
man. Pets stay for free. Now, I have
Well,
a
that's
question.
Motel 6.
What can you claim as a pet?
That's what I'm saying. If we put
Ostrich.
Chambers in the van of one of our adult trips, and he gets out on a leash,
Did you hear about the lady that got mad because they wouldn't let her?
the peacock,
Yeah,
Yeah,
her,
the peacock.
God,
her
yeah,
emotional support animal.
a peacock.
How the hell could you even train one of them?
You beat it.
Like everything else.
Yeah.
Beat it till it listens.
When it listens, you
What
stop
about a
beating it.
guy in a dog suit? Can you claim that as an emotional support animal?
No, but you can claim it as a furry.
What about a small baby in a dog carrier?
I think that gets you arrested.
Oh,
When war breaks.
but I just wondered if that lady with the peacock was the same one that wants safe places everywhere, or safe space, or whatever the hell they call it.
Well, the peacock is the male, and the peahen is the female. But nobody knows that. Peacocks are the one
You
that have.
do?
You do.
Well, yeah. I read occasionally.
No, you're watching animal porn.
Ew.
Yeah,
No.
that's how
But,
I found
uh,
out he liked the peahen better.
They said that the peahens don't have all the coloring on their
He said, "You know,
fantail.
them cocks just don't do nothing for me."
Thank God.
I said, I better go find a hen.
Oh man, what's
I have no clue.
Sorry, I was watching a gorilla chase down his son and beating the crap out of it.
Just about what?
You know that video says even parenting sucks in the animal world, and it's got the orangutan mom dragging the baby, and
Oh,
the baby jumps up and runs off.
Pat's emotional support.
emotional
animal.
support animal.
The
Giant
fact
ass.
that you can pull that up that quick has, dude, really?
I actually watched that episode. It's from Preacher.
What the hell is that?
That's a Dalmatian, I hope.
No, I mean Preacher.
Preacher's he's a vampire.
No,
Oh,
it's
Preacher
a,
that was a movie.
It's on FX.
it was a series on AMC
That's it, AMC.
based on the comic book Preacher by there was like
Is it Kirkman?
I think it was a Vertigo
No.
thing, but it was about a preacher who got the word of God.
Would you turn that off? That's disturbing. That's
Where
creepy.
he could command, one command from him, and you would have to obey him.
It's like Power Word Kill. Time to die.
Is that why the guy was dressed up like a dog?
Well, no, he's looking for God, and he's told that God isn't located at this place, and he opens the door, and there's this girl with a guy dressed up as a dog, and he's like, yeah, and then he goes out and whatever. But it's a really funny series it's a cool comic book series that has this preacher who teams up with a vampire and his ex-girlfriend.
Actually, it sounds like it could be. I'd watch it.
Isn't that the one
it's
that's
really cool? Like I think I
the
watched.
black chick's a vampire?
No, it's the Irish guy's the vampire.
Okay. I knew there was a vampire in there somewhere.
And he's an Irish smartass, and
I thought he was required to be that way.
and he's like a big
Can't
druggie.
be Irish on TV unless you're a smartass.
Well, he's like a big druggie and all this stuff. That literally, he gets bored being a vampire and being
Well,
alive.
they
So
ruined that. They're supposed
he
to be
just
drunks.
starts popping stuff and drinking and all this stuff and just taking high. He talks about getting high off of Freon and
Whatever works.
Yeah, whatever. Like he drinks all the time, and
He can experiment because supposedly they can't kill him.
right. And it's a great. I love the series. Like the first season was pre-comic book, so it actually sets up everything you read in the comic book.
Yeah. Is it still going? An ongoing series?
Yeah. On AMC.
They're getting ready to go into season 3.
You know the one that
When's the second series of that serial killer on Netflix?
Probably next year.
God, I know, but it needs to come out. Last thing that we know is that he walks away from his girlfriend and interviews that one crazy guy.
Well, all of them was crazy.
The one that they've been...
Yeah, the huge guy.
Yeah. The one that screwed the eye socket.
Yeah, and did all kinds of other...
Yeah.
Did
Creepy
the
shit.
mutilation. And,
Yeah. In the hospital.
Yep.
Yeah. But the one that Libby and I have been watching is The Badlands. With...
End of this year.
Oh, it's coming out.
It's coming out the end of this year.
That's what the.
Because Walking Dead comes back the 25th.
I gave up on that a long time ago. My kids got into it for a while, and then it just... It's like once they stretch out for 3, 4, 5 years.
It's got to be coming to the end soon. It's all the characters are dying off. But Into the Badlands is it's a post-apocalyptic kind of thing where they don't have countries anymore. They have territories.
Yeah.
So it's like serfdoms and
then they have barons and baronesses and stuff like that. And they have these guys called cutters that do all their fighting and killing and stuff. Be like if my cutter defeats your cutter, I get your territory, kind of stuff.
Okay. So is it a group of guys or just one guy that fights?
Yes. It's different. They train people and they have big like armies. But
So it's like a vigilante thing, or
no, they're all under control of the barons, and the baronesses control the territories and the opium, and it's pretty good. Chow Yun is not Chow Yun Fat.
control the opium, huh? Go figure.
It's a pretty good show.
They control the opium or the opioids?
Both, because the opioid plant, they turn it into. Yeah, I'm not explaining it very well.
See, that's the thing I've never understood about opioids. We got opioids; they're non-addictive. Guess what? In the history of man, nothing come from opium has been non-addictive.
It's like a futuristic Hopsaki movie.
Yeah, but it's better than that because
I mean, like you have
what's the guy's name? Yeah, Daniel Wu. Yeah,
Okay, hell, I might.
that chick is badass.
I might actually try that.
She's the Baroness. Go back.
That
That
L-Ray
guy-
channel.
That dude right there. His eyes glow when he gets pissed,
Uh huh.
and he can like power shove you across the room, but he can't control it. But the redheaded chick,
Is it when he's pissed or when he's full?
pissed. But the redhead chick, and I keep going. Where is she? Nope.
Right there.
Nope. 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 God damn it, where is she? Right there. She does everything in the high-heeled boots, and she is bad. It's all kung fu stuff, but it's
Yeah, the L-Ray channel shows the old 70s and 80s kung fu movies. You ever watch it?
yeah.
yeah, El Rey.
Yeah. That's actually, I was like, holy shit, I remember these as like Saturday mornings when I was a kid, or Saturday afternoons.
Well, you know, they also have like, if I remember right, that's the channel that has
Bad
like
Dub
Airwolf and
Yeah. There's no...
A-Team.
A-Team
Yeah, all
and
that old stuff.
They're all over the board. There's no like
The-
set schedule thing for
Right.
the Bakula TV series.
Bakula.
Quantum Leap.
Quantum Leap, yeah. Oh, Scott Bakula. But that's she's known as the Widow.
I remember watching
Man,
the
she's badass.
series,
All her-
series finale of Quantum Leap live.
Yeah. Where'd he go? He just went somewhere. He didn't go home.
I watched the last...
Do you remember the one where that you had like the bad leapers that were like he was facing off with the evil people who were messing things up?
Yeah, they were messing things up, and then he was jumping in to fix them, and then...
Yeah.
Yeah.
That actually was some interesting stuff. I like the show.
The show was good, and they went on for... how many? Like 5 seasons?
RJ's
I think
picture.
so.
Huh? Hey, it's Essay.
I ain't no snitch.
He's paragraph though.
My teacher asked me to turn in my essay, but I ain't no snitch.
Well, can you turn in a paragraph? Yeah, he's right there.
Yeah, you're right there.
Right there, man. Hey, man.
He's now a hippie, by the way. He's like wearing those.
Just because he's not taking a shower or a bath does not make him a
Does it smell like
hippie.
patchouli oil?
Yeah.
Oh,
He's got one of the drug rags or whatever those those pullovers.
Drug rug.
Yeah. He wears like 2 or 3 of those like all the time. Like he just cycles them out.
so do we need
It
to
smells
tackle
like
him and give him
patchouli.
a bath?
Does he need an intervention?
How does that nice girl
And a
always
haircut.
hang with him?
And a haircut.
She is super nice.
Who the
That chick.
Yeah.
She's super nice. The one that was always with him when he comes up here.
Oh, yeah.
Not the loud one, the other one.
The loud one.
Black hair?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the other one's blonde.
Yeah, the loud the mini
Speakerphone?
no,
Hey!
I called her the mini Mach 4.
Mach 2.5. Mach 0.2.
1.2.
Well, I called her Mach 4 because she wasn't quite Mach 5. She wasn't old enough to be Mach 5.
She better not even come half close to Mach 5. You do need to
She
kill her,
had
get her away
that-
from RJ.
Well, they already split up and whatnot.
We was talking about
There is a God in heaven.
DC and the Smithsonian and the aeronautical Smithsonian part
Yeah.
and the things that was in there, and I said, yeah, they got Glamorous Glenn hanging from the ceiling. Mikey had no clue.
Well, he's not in that. That doesn't surprise me. I don't think.
Yeah. Jim might not have no clue. I don't know.
Well, they got a lot of stuff in the Smithsonian you wouldn't think would be there.
Oh, it's been years since I've been there. Yeah, Chuck Yeager's first one to break the sound barrier. Named
They also
after,
got a-
was it named after his wife? Wasn't it?
Probably.
That's what I was looking up to see actually what it was named after.
Because they change it from time to time, don't they? They move stuff around and
What's that? The Glamorous Glenn?
no, the Smithsonian they move.
Yeah,
things
they've
and-
got so much stuff, but that's one of those things that's always going to be there.
Yeah, like the space shuttle's always there, and the
One of the
was it
one
the
of
first
the moon landers.
Yeah,
It's there.
was that Apollo? Was it 1 that landed on the moon? Which one was the one that landed on the moon? 7. Help me out, Chambers. I'm drowning. Help!
I'm looking up to see what they named the damn plane after. Because you had Glamorous Glenn, Glamorous Glenn
I think
2, and then Glenn 3.
Did you flip me off?
No, that would be that
Oh,
way.
okay. First aircraft to touch down on the moon, I think it was the Apollo 7.
Apollo the 13th.
13?
No, they let Forrest Gump drive that one. That's the one that had the biggest. Because
To his wife.
his wife,
Yep.
11.
Apollo 11 was the one that's touched down. Because 12 is the one that the door breached and everybody died.
That's
in
probably not the one that they have. They've got one of them in the Smithsonian.
It was probably.
I don't think it's a recreation. I think it's actual. You can
it's the
get
actual
inside
one.
of it.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's cool.
There's several. They have them like one in the one in Chicago actually was. There's a company. They had a TV series for a little while where they would do recreation stuff for display where you could actually climb in it and do it's like life size. They did a life size German U-boat, like one of the mini subs, where it
Is the one they
it cut
actually
in
used on
half
the
and you can
studio set
Probably.
you can
when they filmed it.
you can
Das Boot.
it's literally like 4 people could fit in one of the first German subs.
Yeah.
And like they had it where it cut in half, and you can like actually see in there and climb up in there and
that'd be
and
cool.
see like all of the stuff and whatnot. But they also did the lander and all this.
See now, last time I was over at Wright Pat, the museum,
I was there this summer.
they might
In
have,
Ohio?
they might have it functional. And when we was there, they was just setting it up because Obama cut the space shuttle program totally. So-
Yeah, and they
so
flew it over.
They asked, they flew that, but they also asked and got it, and they was setting it up when we was there. The actual trainer.
Oh yeah,
Oh, that'd be nice.
I didn't see. We didn't spend a whole lot of time. I got there and then had an issue where I couldn't deal with walking.
Yeah, but they
So I
they were
saw
setting it
so
up last
much, and
time. That's
then
been a few years ago now, but they were actually I had to sit, and they was working on it, setting it up right then.
I'll be damned. We should go there and make a day trip.
I think so.
Hey, when I lived over there, what we ended up doing, we went to the
You
museum,
looked at that
whatever.
Museum?
They
didn't kick you out?
No. Went to the museum and
Sneaky.
what,
You just hide in the bathroom until they lock the doors?
I lived right off of Wright Pat, and so when we went this last time, and I was having issue walking and whatnot, my cane wasn't really working out. We ended up going to the bar that we lived across the street from.
I can't
To
walk,
eat.
but I can drink.
Yeah.
Well, no, we went there and ate, and because it was a really good place to eat and whatnot. But that's where I met Kevin Nash and whatnot as he was doing the Ohio Valley, checking out the Ohio Valley wrestling circuit or whatever. So him and a couple of WWE wrestlers were in there. And
Kevin Nash or Diesel or whatever he's going through.
I have a picture of him picking me up somewhere in the scrapbooks or whatever. Like, he literally was doing this.
Did your nose bleed?
And I'm holding on to his hand so I'm not,
Yeah.
And he's just like, "Rrr." It was a fun time living out there.
I got body slammed by Kevin Nash.
I got drunk and worked at Taco Bell. That's all I remember of
I
the
got
entire
drunk and
time.
raped by Kevin Nash.
The entire time of
That's not a burrito.
the 6 months to a year that I lived there was I worked at Taco Bell and lived at that bar pretty much.
Taco Bell in a bar. That's what you want to do. Mexican food and alcohol.
It was
Hell yeah.
it was a case a day for 6 months. Just me. Well,
No.
we would buy 2 cases of beer, one for Curtis, one for me, and we'd have 1 beer left over in the morning to drink, and then go buy more beer.
Curtis.
Yeah, that's when he was stationed there.
In the Air Force?
Mm-hmm.
Curtis who?
Huh? Swagman.
Swagman.
Oh, okay.
I moved back as he went to when he hit his deployment overseas, so I moved back.
He was an anchor baby.
Anchor baby.
Anchor baby. Oh, somebody. I listen to Dana Lash every day. She's a political talk show host on 93.1. And they had this guy calling. She has a thing called Open Phone Friday.
Yeah. She also has Florida Man.
Yeah, Florida Man.
Yeah.
But this guy called in and said something. What was it? You know, one of the things we need to get rid of? She's like, what's that, sir? And these damn anchor babies. She's like, wait, what? Yeah, it's a damn. That's why they're all coming here, the illegals. We get rid of those damn anchor babies, they can go. Sir, that's not how that works. No, they come over and they have a baby, and the baby gets to stay, and the parents do too. No, sir, that's not how that works. You have a good day.
You haven't.
She goes, no, I'm not getting into that.
No. Yeah, that's a touchy subject there.
Anchor babies. No anchor babies. You mean the dreamers? No, I mean the damn anchor babies.
He's talking about the babies. If the baby gets born here, it goes home too.
Yes, there was some flipper babies. Sorry, that's where my brain goes to the Kids in the Hall.
Kids in the Hall. I love
The
that
movie when they did the one movie or whatever. Yes, there was some flipper babies.
But she started talking about it. She's like, you know what? Now I'm going to get on that topic.
Yep.
And she's like, don't anybody else go on about no anchor babies. We're not talking anchor babies.
And yes, the glamorous Glenn was named after his girlfriend,
Which became his wife, right?
Glennis Faye Dickhouse.
God, whoa.
What was her name?
Glennis Faye Dickhouse.
I'm guessing she got married as soon as she could.
What's your
He
last
became-
name?
who
Glenn.
became-
Oh, you were married.
Who became his wife in 1945.
How fast can you get out of Dick House? 18 years. 17 if your parents are nice to you.
I'm not going there.
At that age, you can go probably around 16.
Where you going? I'm going to the Dick
15.
House.
No, you're
No,
not.
you're not.
Back to your room.
I'm going to go over to the Dick houses.
Hey, Shelly, where are you going, Dick House? No, you're not. Get back in your room. No, Mr. and Mrs. Dick House. Oh, no, get back in your room.
With a name like that, it's bound to be good.
My question is you have,
Is that the new Porkies? Where are you going, the Dick House?
Smuckers.
Smuckers.
With a name like that, it's bound to be good.
my question is like, a lot of names came from like, professions,
What the people did.
like, tanners, mason, that's, Chambers actually came from chamber people,
He knows
staff,
he's
whatever.
getting his name out of there first, so we can't say he was a Dick House. We got to change it.
Latrine is an interesting name. What? Yeah, we changed it. Used to be shit house.
It used to be shit house. No, I said the Schmidt house.
Schmidt.
But yeah, so you imagine what was the profession that came up with Dick House?
I don't know. But that reminds me of a joke. What is it?
What do you call a house full of male prostitutes?
A dick house? You'd have to. What, a cock farm?
It's a bordello for women, right?
Sure.
So
he's gonna Google it. Google's gonna look at him. They're doing it again. Hey
Wait.
Jimmy, look at this.
And
He typed in dick
NSA
house.
sitting back thinking,
It's
man,
a
these
Molly
some sick
house.
sons of
A
bitches.
Molly house.
A Molly House.
So they have a bordello and a Molly house. We get robbed. Women always
Molly
get the
House was
Now,
the term
Molly's a
used.
nickname for a drug. Is that the date rape drug or is that ecstasy?
No, Molly is neither, but it's
I don't think ecstasy was a date rape.
it's just X. That's what X is. Molly is some other thing that's supposed to be
It's one of them
accentuate
rave
so-
party drugs.
Wait a
right?
minute,
Yeah.
Molly Tov.
But Molly
Cocktail?
House,
Yeah.
a Molly House is a term used in 18th, 19th century England for a meeting place for homosexual men.
Okay, so we don't want to go to a
Well,
Molly
that's
house.
homosexual men. I was asking about male
What
prostitutes.
about a male prostitutes? A house for male prostitutes?
House of Ill Repute?
That's just a house that I live at. How
In
my
Japan,
apartment when
in-
I was growing up did not get labeled that, I have no idea.
In Japan, it's a kagema.
Bless you. Kagema?
Kagema.
I don't know what it is, but I don't want to catch it.
I don't
Kajima.
know, but I think your wife's telling you it's time for you to come home because you're talking about dick houses.
A Cuban male prostitute is called a jinetero, literally horse jockey. Is what
Horse jockey.
a Cuban male prostitute is.
A horse
Oh.
jockey.
No, she's telling me I have to pick up Abby's bed tomorrow.
A horse jockey.
Horse jockey.
A Sankey Panky
Whoa.
in the Caribbean is a male
About
sex
50
worker
bucks.
who solicits on the beaches and accepts clients of either sex.
Sankey panky.
Sankey Panky. It's kind of like that whole, Seki $5.
Sankey packy.
Sankey Panky. Tubuku.
Didn't that sound like I'd like a order of, hamburger, hot dogs, and a Sankey Pinky on the side?
And they're not brothels for men, they're stables.
Stables. Okay. Well, there
We're
you
now
go.
squirrels at a rave.
We were sadly in time.
I know. It's not sadly, it's, 8 years of music.
What's my excuse?
You just like raves.
Oot, oot.
All you got to do is black light, some strobe lights, and some glow sticks. You're good to go. Mm-hmm. Sadly, there's nowhere around here to throw a rave.
You know what's funny is I'm half tempted to find that one little section where we were like like together, and it was like loop it into a song,
Loop it into a song.
and just add like little stuff like oot, oot, here and there.
No, I take that back. There is a place for a rave in Illick.
Where?
The old trucking thing out there on 28. Or the old radio barn.
Yeah.
I think there's full of offices now.
Yeah, the radio barn is.
Okay, well, the trucking place isn't.
Right
No.
next door to it.
Yeah. Close it down, throw a bunch of black lights in there, charge everybody $20 to get in.
Yep.
Chambers could DJ. You get $20 for DJing.
Okay.
Well, you got to take the other money and buy pop and shit.
Only if we can like pump blood into the sprinkler system.
We're not doing the damn Blade intro. That was on tonight, by the way.
That Blade or Blade 2?
That's Blade.
Blade. Because it's Tracy Lords that actually leads the guy in.
Yeah.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Is she still alive?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's one of her first mainstream.
She's still trying to get into mainstream acting, and the porn part of her past is weighing her down, as she says.
But, what's funny is she's like got a lot of B-movie stuff.
Yeah. Her last major...
But like the first major thing was The Blade, where she played...
I think her best movie thing was the Tommyknockers, wasn't it? Steven Spielberg. God. Stephen King's Tommyknockers. She was in that. She was also in Waxworks with Paris Hilton, wasn't she?
Yeah, I wish that they would kill her for real.
Paris Hilton or Tracy Lords?
Paris Hilton.
Yeah, well, she's a
I was
DJ
like,
now.
yay, Paris Hilton dies. Only if it was for real.
She's a DJ now, man, and she's releasing her next album.
Hodor's better.
Hodor? Hodor?
Yeah. He's a DJ.
I didn't know that.
Who is?
The guy who plays Hodor.
But yeah, Paris Hilton's a DJ.
Christian name.
Brandy Cyrus is a DJ.
Or Nairn. He's an Irish actor, DJ known for Hodor or whatever, but he's like huge on a DJ scene. In fact, the reason they gave Hodor that scar here was to hide the 3 diamond tattoo that he has on the above his eye.
What was it?
Where was I at? I was somewhere the other day, and some girl walking by had had tattoos all over her head and neck and face, and
Yeah, it screams employment.
don't it though?
Well, I mean, if you're a DJ, you know,
Yeah, it's not gonna matter.
and you know, he's a really, really popular one. Like he, you know, even before that, he was getting like in like the biggest clubs in New York and shit. So
Yeah, I gotta find who is it? It's, Paris Hilton. Man, they love her over in the damn UK and stuff. She'll pack like 5,000 people and DJ.
DJing.
They love her.
At least they found something for her to do.
Besides get diseases.
Show her. The JJ.
Yeah, she's got a
he
bunch of
actually
stuff.
did
She got married.
a thing in Australia called the Rave of Thrones,
The Rave of Thrones.
and it was a huge like sellout thing where he DJ'd there.
Huh. Where in the hell's... I gotta find this picture.
Yeah, it's got her.
Are you looking up Paris Hilton?
Yeah, they got videos of her DJing
Yeah.
all over Ibiza and
It's packed. She packs them in.
the Big E in Springfield, wherever the hell that is.
There's what is it, Steve Okay?
Eden Beach in San Tropez.
Have you seen him?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, he's huge. Like all the big concert venues
Yeah.
will bring him in.
Well, who's those 3 guys that DJ'd? They had that song that was like #1 for a while, and
Oh, Death Mouse, something.
nah, I can't remember.
Death Mouse 5, I don't
They're
remember.
from over in Europe, I know that. But yeah, they did all.
You know who my favorite radio DJ is of all time?
Rick Dees.
Stephen Wright.
Isn't he dead?
No, I don't think so. No.
You sure?
Do you remember?
I remember Stephen Wright.
He was the DJ in for the radio station in Reservoir Dogs.
He's a comedian too.
Super sounds of the 70s.
Yeah.
He always had that mellow tone.
Well, that was all his comedic act was he'd say the most ridiculous shit in that monotone.
Yeah.
I just remember this is the super sounds of the 70s weekend.
That was my love goes where Rosemary goes.
Is that it? Nope, that's Curtis. Now, what's her name? Ridiculous in this fun factory. Chanel, West Coast.
Chanel West
Yeah.
Coast.
Her DJ is pretty damn good. She's black. God, what is her name? Damn it!
Speaking of which, do you realize what's coming up after the show today?
What's that?
The last couple hours of the Friday night dance party.
Are you doing that? Is it Friday night dance party now?
Mm-hmm.
Starts at 10?
Well, it's every night. It's like it starts at the 9 o'clock dance party and goes to midnight.
Oh, okay.
And then we're going to catch into the Friday night, 10 o'clock to midnight. With stuff like
What is it? It was disco before us,
Trap
and then
Drop City and
Swedish House Mafia was the one I was thinking of.
oh, who's the one I'm thinking of?
I have
Or
no
the
clue.
damn house, the ears, helmets on.
Oh, Death Mouse or
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Of. I don't remember the name of it. It was 2 of them.
yeah, but
They were in
always,
Tron.
They always wore a costume.
Yeah,
You got Daft Punk or
Daft Punk,
Daft Punk, but they just look like robots. But there
Dead
is
Mouse.
Dead Mouse.
Dead Mouse, yeah.
And it was Dead MAU 5.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Okay, I had the 5 right.
Yeah, he sells out arenas and shit like that now.
Mm-hmm. They still do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
He was in, there's two of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's another DJ. I watched a, he was in that plane wreck with, the drummer from,
Def Leppard?
No.
He's only got one arm.
Travis Barker.
Oh, okay.
He was DJ something, but...
Hey, you don't have 9 arms and sucks. Def Leppard.
Yeah, Brandy Cyrus, Miley's little middle sister. She's a DJ.
But this DJ, he finally OD'd and shit like that, but they was talking about him, and one of his buddies was talking. He's like, "Yeah, we was just in the club one night," and he's like, "Hey, you want to see some?" He said, "You want to see those guys get in a fight?" He said that guy could figure. He said he knew music and people and how it affected him so much. He's like, "Yeah, watch this," and he started playing 2 or 3 songs together. Mm-hmm. Next thing you know, the guys he pointed out that was going to fight started fighting. Yeah.
They say everybody's programmed to music.
Yeah, and he.
But look up Steve Okai. It's O-K-A-I.
What's funny is I typed in Steve and Okai came up.
Yeah, because he's popular as hell.
I think they're listening to us.
No, he's popular.
No, but I literally typed in Steve 5 seconds before you said that, and it didn't come up. And now it came up.
Google's listening.
They say they have the ability to do that, but
we have the ability to control we can control the horizontal and the vertical.
They
I know they control the damn ads. If you look something up once, that's all you get for the rest of the week.
I know. I still get emails about a brass cock knocker.
I told you were. That's why I didn't look it up.
Well, I looked up those remote control rock crawlers, and it pops up all the time now.
Oh yeah.
Like I had to tell Heather because she one of these days she's gonna come out. I'm gonna check my email. I was like, from eBay. You checked out this. Look at all these others. Yeah. It's like, so
something you want to explain to me, Chris?
While we were on the show, we found a brass door knocker that was shaped like a penis. So I had to say, hey, look, it's a brass cock knocker. And I looked it up. And she agrees with you. You need to get one and put it on so-and-so's door.
We'll have to look into that. Trying to find Chicane.
We gotta hang it upside down that way. It looks like it's peeing in his face.
I put it on right. If everybody's penises were like that, we'd all be pissing into our faces.
I'm glad I'm not the only one that got the Goonies reference.
Well, my wife loves Goonies.
So what did she think about the prospect of a sequel given their kids?
I'd like to see it if they did it that way.
Yeah, it'd have to be that way because it wouldn't work any other way.
No. My kids will even sit down and still watch the Goonies.
Oh yeah, anytime it's on.
For the longest time, they'd sit down and watch Forrest Gump, but I think their mothers turned them against it because it drove her nuts.
And
I'm
it's
not
still
watching this again.
And
Mama always said
it's still Sean Astin still says it's a possibility that they're working on it. It's hit IMDb, so they've actually pushed for it.
Well,
so there's a studio out there, and it has a writer.
It has to be greenlit, though. That's the problem.
It has a writer, Chris Columbus.
Really? My name was Chris Columbus. I changed my name.
Yeah. I discovered America. And then
he's written stuff like Gremlins 3, I Kill Giants.
Gremlins 3.
Yeah. Pixels, he was a producer on Pixels.
No, because I like Pixels.
He was The Witch. He was an executive producer on that. Percy Jackson and the Olympians, The Lightning Thief.
No, so he
he was a producer on that. Fantastic Four, Rise of the Silver Surfer.
Oh, okay.
Night of the Museum.
All right.
Christmas with the Cranks. Harry Potter, Prisoner of Azkaban, Chamber of Secrets, Sorcerer's Stone. He was executive producers on all of those.
So he's got some money.
Monkey Bone. I mean,
Monkey
come
Bone.
on.
Oh my God, that was Brandon Fraser's first movie, wasn't it?
No,
that was the one with Pauly Shore, right?
That was one of his last movies.
See, Monkey Bone was one
Was
of them that
Monkey
sort
Bone?
of ended him.
No, he was in The Mummy.
He was in Encino Man. That was one of his first ones.
Yeah, that was. Buddy.
Buddy.
Oh, buddy.
What was it? I actually watched In the Army now the other day. Pauly Shore. And
His very first movie was a teenage movie in '91.
Oh, wow.
Brendan Fraser. Child of Darkness, Child of Light.
91.
Now, he was in that movie with Robin Williams, too, wasn't he? About Robin Williams, the professor? Or am I
Dead
thinking
Poets
wrong?
Society?
Was he in Dead Poets
I
Society?
don't think so.
See, he was in, he said, Child of Darkness, Child of Light TV movie, Dogfight, Guilty and Proven Innocent TV movie, My Old School.
No, it was Joe Pesci.
Encino Man, he, was his big movie.
Yeah, it was his first major.
He was in School Ties.
School Ties. God.
Younger and Younger, $20. Son-in-Law.
Wait. Younger and Younger, $20?
$20 was before Younger and Younger.
With honors.
I didn't see that one.
He played Monty on In With Honors.
Joe
and then,
Pesci plays it.
right after that, he came out as Chaz in Airheads.
Yep. But
God, I haven't
Same
seen
year.
that forever.
Angie always liked With Honors. That's why I know that one.
Then he played.
I'll have to look that
he
up.
played the same guy in 3 movies with what's his name? You just said the Weasel.
Pauly
Pauly
Shore.
Shore.
Pauly Shore. He was in Encino Man. He played Lincoln in Encino Man. In Son-in-Law, he was uncredited but played Link in that one. And in the Army now, he's credited as Link in that one.
In Son-in-Law, he opens or he passes him or something in the store, and they look at each other, and then that's it.
Yeah.
And in the Army now, he's also in there as the same character.
Or no. I'm sorry. It's when what's her name goes to college and meets him. They pass in the beach.
And then he's got a lot of Kids in the Hall. He was in Brain Candy, which is the one where I was saying there's only they have flipper babies.
Kids in the Hall, man. Did you ever watch Kids in the Hall, Brian?
No.
HBO.
Mhm.
Yeah. The
He was
Eradicator.
in Duckman, Private Dick, Family Man.
Duckman. That sounds like a Heather episode. Duckman.
Son-in-law was actually hilarious. I remember that.
Yeah.
Of course, then you get The Mummy, Dudley Do Right, Sinbad, Bedazzled, Monkey Bone, Mummy Returns. He actually worked after Monkey Bone, which is amazing.
Everybody has their down movie.
Dickie Roberts. I mean,
God, that's what's his name?
Yeah.
The blowing
Child Star.
Spade yeah.
not Spade.
It wasn't David Spade. It was
Blonde hair, curly glasses.
Played the monkey.
No,
Oh,
he was in it with him with in the Army now.
Andy Dick.
Andy Dick. The first thing that came to my mind was the
well,
Family Guy
no.
episode.
David Spade played Dickie Roberts.
Yeah, but David Spade
Andy Dick?
Andy Dick was in that too, wasn't he?
I don't see him listed.
Okay. Was just in the Army now, and then
Yeah, because it was David Spade, Mary McCormick, and a long
Mary
list.
McCormick. That had to be one of her last movies, wasn't it?
Tom Arnold was in it.
Yeah. Roseanne said you had a small dick. Well, even a 747 looks small in the Grand Canyon.
The Men in 2017 was her last movie. She's still doing Angie Tribeca, Loaded, Nobodies, and Falling Water.
Is she in Falling Water?
Mhm.
That just got an Academy Award.
The series, she plays Ellen Bennett in Falling Water.
Have you guys seen the new movie that's that the chick falls in love with the water beast?
Oh, yeah.
The Shape of the Water? or
Shape of
something?
the Water.
It's like a
Do you
Ford
know-
movie, ain't it?
Yeah.
You know the Shape in the Water, the monster, is actually from Indianapolis?
Did you know it also ties to Hellboy?
because the same actor plays
Yeah.
both of the water creatures.
Yeah.
And he's from Indianapolis.
I didn't know
Like
that.
literally, he comes to Indianapolis after his mom passed away. He doesn't come as often over, but like he's still.
When the tide rises.
But Doug Jones.
Doug Jones.
But he's not known for like he's been in several things just as him.
Doug
But
Jones,
he's actually
bitch.
more well known as a creature actor.
No, Doug. That's Rick.
Then-
Rick. Oh, sorry.
But he's more well known as a creature
That was
actor
Rick
than
James.
a regular.
There was one that
regular
said Mike
actor.
Jones.
I used to have a supervisor named Rick Jones.
Oh.
And me and my friend Bill Eastep would go, and they'd be like, or your supervisor Rick Jones would be like, Rick Jones, bitch.
How do you think my son feels?
There was a rapper called Mike Jones.
Why?
And he said the same thing.
His name is Ricky James Chambers.
Rick James, bitch.
Ricky James.
He literally is Rick James, bitch. And all his friends, like we
Never let him forget it.
yeah. So like all of a sudden you hear from like his friends from down thinking like, Rick James.
Rick James, bitch.
I thought Brendan Fraser like dropped off the face of the planet, but he's got like 4 movies coming out. I think a TV series and 2 movies coming out this year.
Right now,
3
the
movies
most
coming out.
popular actor is The Rock.
Yeah.
A couple years ago,
I don't know.
It was Brandon Fraser.
Well, no, like he completely like there's a whole like almost a, like where are they now type VH1
With
behind the music
Brendan
thing with
Fraser?
Brendan Fraser.
Well, he acts when he wants to act.
No, he was wanting to act, but he did something on one film and like hasn't got much work after since.
Oh, did he? What's the?
Go prima donna on him or something?
I don't know. I don't know what the story is, but you look at like a lot of work all the way up into 2013, and then you have like 1 or 2 things, and they're all like small.
What's the douchebag that plays Batman?
Which one?
The newest one.
Affleck?
No, one before him.
Christian Bale?
Christian Bale. Christian Bale was popular as hell until he started acting out and slammed that
He's
dude.
got a new movie that's coming out now.
Does he?
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to be like an Academy Award Best Western since.
Hostels?
Best Western
Yeah.
since Unforgiven?
Yeah. What's funny is I talked
But he
to a few
dropped
people
off the
that
face of the earth, too.
love westerns, and I said, so it's being touted as the best western since Unforgiven. They said, bullshit.
Really?
He goes, it was okay. It
Well, they
was
said-
it was about an hour too long.
I'd love to see the westerns come out again. The last good western was Diego Unchained.
Django Unchained?
Django Unchained.
Yeah,
Diego.
Diego. Yeah.
You're trying to.
I've got a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old at the house,
Dora the
man.
Explorer with.
It's Dora Unchained.
If it ain't
Dora Unchained.
SpongeBob SquarePants,
She finally
it's
gets
some,
rid of the fucking backpack.
It's some kind of freaking puppy thing. I think we got a puppy mill at the house, but it's
Paw Squad. Or
No,
Squad-
Paw Patrol.
Paw Patrol.
Paw Patrol, that's it.
Yeah, if it ain't whatever the Squidward thing.
SpongeBob.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a my
It's
house
Paw Patrol.
all the time.
Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? SpongeBob SquarePants.
you know what? Next time you see Angie, Brian's wife, just walk by her and go, "Who lives in the pineapple under the sea?" And she'll think of that dirty thing that she sent me.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Okay, here we'll just.
He's like, oh, I'm going to tell on your
I don't
wife.
think
No,
I did.
I keep this for a very special reason because I laugh at it every time I see it.
That's kind of dirty.
No, she showed it to me. She goes,
Oh, the video you sent me
yes,
last week?
yeah.
She's dead. That killed her.
Did it really?
Yes.
Oh,
Ouch.
Yeah, it actually showed a picture of the sign. And since you work for the state, you'll know the post. You know the ones that have the big green signs hanging off of them along the interstate?
yeah.
That's basically the post she hit. It wasn't a mailbox.
Oh, son of a bitch. Okay, there you go. Your wife sent me that.
Oh, is that the thing that
Oh,
Stafford
yeah, I
said?
think, yeah. Yeah, the thing that Stafford sent?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she died.
That was in Russia, wasn't it?
Yep.
Okay.
She was on vacation.
Yeah, well, she
I'm
permanently.
going to hang out and go,
Next picture is your daughter getting her hair cut off.
Yeah, go figure.
And then the next picture after that is my wife drunk at Jim's house.
When was that?
4th of July. No.
No, 4th of July, she was...
It was the party right after your 4th of July party.
Okay.
Labor Day?
Might have been.
Okay. I think we need to make Jim that cake for his birthday.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay.
I concur.
Is that what... That's not really a whole lot of artistic...
It's more autistic than artistic, but, you know.
Get him that cake and a bag full of assholes.
See, now I got the SpongeBob SquarePants thing in my head now.
Well, guess what time it is?
Time to pay the bills? No!
Yeah, it's 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. Time for them to listen to dance music.
Dance music. But, yeah, that's our show, such as it is. It's crazy squirrel randomness.
Hey, you know what? We have fun. That's all that counts.
But
if
you want to...
can't follow along, don't worry, we can't either.
Yeah, that's right, 'cause we'll come back to it if you get lost. But thanks for listening. Bill, I hope you get feeling better.
We're selling road maps later.
Yeah, you know, that's Brian.
It's
I'm
just
Pat.
a big damn circle drawn on a piece of paper, but it'll get you somewhere.
This is Topher. We'll see you
See you next week. Bye, guys.
Say it.